do, baby? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me tonight. Another good day. It's a great day to be a JSU Tiger. Was banging out some interviews. Sorry, I had to push it back. Ain't no need of me telling y'all how long I'm going to be on the stream. That's pointless. We're going to see how this thing go. But shout out to you guys, man, for rocking with your boy. Trying to get this page up to 5K. We are a little over 3,100 subs. And share the stream. Like the stream. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do, man. We got a lot of work to do. I'm going to keep coming to you. Keep giving you that raw, that real. Shout out to my boy DJ Raw Truth Media, man, and all the fellas that's in the YouTube space. Been a busy day, man. A couple of interviews today. Got an interview on tap. Mr. PJ Hatter. We're going to drop that interview on Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. If you guys not already, I need you to go subscribe to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club podcast. We're going to sit down with every single recruit that has committed to the I Love Jackson State University. And then what we're going to also do is get a lot of the players in that have recommitted themselves back to Jackson State. So, yeah, a lot of interviews, man. If you're not already tapped in, I need you to go ahead and go over to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. Hit that subscribe button. We got to get that page. Also, we got to grow the platform, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there's a lot of platforms that built their following on the backs of Jackson State University, and it's the culture that carried them. So, we're not all that, I would say, we keep it, we're a little button up. I mean, we can go rogue if we wanted to, but we don't want to do that. We want to keep it classy, man. Keep it about the university and continue to cover all sports. So I'm gonna continue to do my part. So yeah, man, definitely got to do that. But this platform is important because this platform is. I'm gonna sit down with you guys as often as I can. We're gonna discuss all things Jackson State. I'm gonna allow the chat to come on. We're gonna continue to do that. Definitely want to apologize publicly to my brother Tyler Carter, Sip My Thoughts podcast. Things got a little spicy last show, but a couple of things I want to open up with that, because I think some people need to understand whenever you're having dialogue, people are already asking questions. Listen to what I'm talking about before you ask me questions. It's just like walking in somebody's house and don't speak. Don't ask me no questions about no players yet, because I ain't got there yet. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But nevertheless, I'm going to tell you something, man. At the end of the day, whenever we're having discussions, all perspectives are necessary. All perspectives are welcome, even if this is a perspective that you or I don't agree with, right? That's how you do that, So when we have those open discussions, and we got to make sure that we do that. We got to make sure that we I don't defend no foolishness, but I will defend everyone's right to have their opinion, even if their opinion is different than my own. We can't be only in the room singing Kumbaya. You dig what I'm saying? If it's the same thing, I welcome it. I mean, listen, if you got rid of all of your opposition, you wouldn't have nothing to really test you and really have you to stand on that. You know what I mean? You're right, Brother George. It don't make nothing. I don't take it personal. I don't take it personal that someone disagree with me. But I will say this: I take it personal if you come at me. As long as you're not coming at me, we good. So I don't care about you disagreeing with me. You can't even go in the weight room. I know we 1 week away from the new year. We're about to close out 2022. Wow, man, the year went by fast. But guess what? If you want to get strong, you got to go get you some resistance. The more resistance you got, the stronger you get. So just keep that in mind, folks, when we're having these open discussion chats. You know, you might see somebody on this thing that might be saying some things you don't want to hear. You get what I'm saying? You know, just keep it that way. So Ken Clark can never jump in the transfer portal. It's no such thing. It's a lot of culture vultures that came onto the scene, you know, when Coach Prime was our head coach. And I don't care too much for the celebrities. You know, I know it's jokes, but I can tell you like this right here, man. I'll let they kiss my ass, man. I mean that. I mean that seriously. You know, somebody say you take it too. I don't care about none of that, man. Y'all don't come around when y'all ain't been coming around. You came around because of Prime, and they let it be known. It's okay though. It's okay though. But that's what we do. That's why we have to gatekeep the culture and make sure that those that are true in the trenches, that's really down for this cause and really trying to fight for the cause. You get what I know? You're joking, Diamond. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying, like, you see a lot of that out there, and and I get it, it's comedy, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be. I love comedy. I love those that are, are trying to do what they do, but we'll see how it goes. But nevertheless, man, Christmas was good to Jackson State. Hope y'all had a chance to tap into that video. We'll open it up with a little bit of that. First man up, I want to just highlight the fellas that became Tigers on yesterday. It was announced, and then we'll get into a couple of other things, and then we'll proceed as we normally do. But shout out to head coach T.C. Taylor, man. Shout out to head coach T.C. Taylor and Coach Otis Ridley. I mean, they are kicking butts and taking names, man, on this recruiting trail. And we just want to welcome, like I said, if you hadn't caught the video, I'm going to do a quick run through. But first man up that we want to welcome to Jackson is Mr. Joshua Short, brother of Philip Short. I mean, he transferring over from Southern DB and adding some much needed depth and some quality depth in the DB room. 2 years of eligibility. Like I said on the video, it was important for the Short family to have both of their, excuse me, to have both of their sons at the same location. This helps them to not have to drive all around. And I mean, they're Mississippi natives. And how cool is it that both Philip and Joshua will be wearing JSU Tiger uniforms, man? So shout out to Coach T.C. Taylor and Coach Otis Ridley, who went in and did their thing, man. I just absolutely love what they're doing. And it's nothing like being at home. Nothing like being at home playing in front of your home crowd. Next man up, we discussed, like I said, I just interviewed Mr. P.J. Hatter. I mean, look at these stats, y'all. Preston P.J. Hatter. Short and sweet interview tonight. I really enjoyed talking to him. I mean, but check out the stats, man. District 14-6A most valuable player. You're talking over 3,000 passing yards, 55 passing touchdowns. I don't care what level you on. 55 passing touchdowns is a lot of touchdowns, man. And then you got 820 rushing yards with 11 touchdowns. So this man has 66 touchdowns his senior year on 65% completion percentage. Standing at 6'2", 190. He's a lefty. Right? Jordan Taylor game, man. A lefty. 66 touchdowns. Almost 5,000 total yards. True freshman. Kid was recruited heavily by Texas A&M, and they backed off of him. Had an injury junior year. Recovered, came back, had a monster season. He was off to a really good season his junior year before he got hurt. And then he came back on the scene and did his thing. So this young man had a lot of opportunities. He did have a lot of offers. That was, Jackson State just so happened to be the offer that his family and he decided was the best place for him. Shout out to Thad Reed, president of the Houston Alumni Association, for with the assist in onboarding the Hatter family and getting PJ to commit to Jackson State University, man. So that quarterback room just got a lot more fun and a lot more interesting. He's going to be in Jackson. He's actually a spring graduate, so he won't get to Jackson until late spring. But you talk about that quality, high caliber youth, and this kid runs a 4.41. So if you hadn't seen this film, man, you got to go check that out. I'm not going to play it on the stream, but go check it out for yourself. Next man up, one of my favorites, Mr. Isaiah Spencer, man, from my alma mater, Madison Central High School. I used to get buckets in that gym right there that he's sitting in, and that he's dribbling in. Used to play high school basketball for Madison Central, and you guys know I've said it all the time. Anytime you can get Madison Central talent to commit to Jackson State fresh out of high school, look forward to. We got an interview scheduled with Isaiah this week. Had multiple offers. Georgia Tech came down to Georgia Tech or Jackson State. Think about that, y'all. Coach Prime is gone, right? Madison Central kid. Now, he's from Florida, so shout out to Florida, Mississippi. Florida boy, man. And if any of y'all know anything about Madison Central and Florida, I mean, you go into the glory days, I can guarantee you that you're going to see a lot of talent come out of the small town of Florida, Mississippi, man. And I'm talking about number of dogs come out of that town, man. You get what I'm saying? I mean, football, basketball, baseball, you name it. And long before there was originally high school, long before there was a Germantown High School, there was Madison Central, right? And I'm talking, I graduated class of 2000. We talking, my goodness, man. Just the class I was there, it's impressive. You know, Mike Espy, Doug Buckles, Chris Spencer. I know Chris Bates, my classmate, played at Jackson State. Bobo Brown. I mean, Paris Harrison, rest in peace, brother. So many young brothers that come through the ranks in Madison Central. And it means a lot to me that we're able to get some of that talent. And we're not talking about getting that talent. You know, they went off somewhere and decided to come back. And it's just special to me. This was near and dear to my heart. I mean, we got a chance to interview Isaiah on his recruiting visit and just to get him to commit, you know, to Jackson State, the relationship that he has with Coach T.C. Taylor, going to play wide receiver. And listen, y'all, I said this on the video earlier. He's averaging 19 a game in basketball, still playing right now. So, I mean, he definitely wants to play both sports. Talked to Coach Tyler, trying to get him that opportunity. He's going to come to Jackson State as a football player, but definitely looking to my teammate, my brother, Chris Bates. Absolutely, man. Class of 2000, Madison Central. I mean, I just, like I said, it's near and dear to my heart because I know what I know what kind of talent we have up there in Madison, and it's just a sign of the times, man. Shout out to Coach T.C. Taylor and Coach Otis Ridley for reeling in Isaiah and getting him to commit to Jackson State, man. So those were the three that committed on Christmas. Man, what a day. What a day. What a day, man. We had 15 commits on signing day that we covered on the stream. We added 3 more commitments. So we up to 18 commitments in early signing day. Unbelievable, man. And we got players that's returning. We got some players that's returning. And I want to talk about them. We're going to talk about them. First man up, we'll go here. Let's talk about Mr. Jalen Hughes. Jalen Hughes started multiple games this season at cornerback. My first year at the next level was amazing, and everything I could have asked for, from just being on this team to starting games in front of 50,000 plus fans in the vet was unbelievable and a dream come true. I've truly always wanted to go to a HBCU, and when the opportunity presented itself, I took it with no hesitation, and I would do it again every time. I want to thank Coach Prime and Coach Mathis for giving me the opportunity to shine in front of my people. Thank you to all the fans who showed out and traveled with us each game. Y'all don't know how much it means to us to have you guys there. Lastly, thank you to my teammates for a historic season. We locked down. He said we locked in for life. no matter which direction we go in. With that being said, after discussing with my family, Coach TC and Coach O, I would like to announce that I'm staying at the Jackson State University. I support Coach TC and the vision he has for the future. Hashtag run it back. Hashtag play for TC. And that's Mr. Jalen Hughes, number 27. Started at cornerback multiple games this season. That was important to get Kendrick Wiggins back, K5 back, and now to get Mr. Jalen Hughes back. Keep in mind, you guys, I know Travis Hunter, superstar, but Travis only played, 6 games this past season. There was a bulk of the season where, Nugget wasn't playing. There was a bulk of the season where Travis was hurt. So you're talking about starter reps at DB. Jalen Hughes, who came into the season as a starter, and then Kendrick started some games. And I think we're going to be pretty healthy at the DB position. Then you're talking about adding more depth for those that are, and that's a position that we're still adding more depth. You bring in, like I said, I mentioned, you bring in a Joshua Short, a young man who's played snaps. If you go back to that picture, this picture right here on the right side of it, I know I doubled it up, but this is in the SWAC championship game. This is in the SWAC championship game against Jackson State University. So we're talking about quality minutes, not somebody that wasn't actually playing. Now here's what Southern's going to do. We already know how they move and how they're going to get down, how they're going to express it. But we talking about they're going to say he wasn't that big of a factor, but we don't really care about none of that. It's important that the Short family is going to be in the building. They're going to be representing, and we're going to be there supporting the Short family. I know they got a younger brother that just committed, I want to say the Army or Navy, one of the military colleges, and has balled out. But when you're talking about adding a Tristan Sion, adding a Bruce Batman Mitchell, that's to that depth. There's some potential that some of the DBs that exited the room could very well be coming back, right? So we don't know, but we want them back, But I say it like this right here: be back before the new year. Be back before the new year, because if you hadn't decided that you're going to be a Jack State Tiger by the time 2023 turns around, then chances are we're going to move on. We're going to move on. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking on behalf of the coaches. I was going to get there. Listen, don't think I ain't forgot about this fella right here. I was talking about cornerback for the most part. But yeah, since you went there, let's talk about it. This was a huge pickup. I know I touched it on the live stream the other day, and picking up Isaiah Guthrie from Delaware State was huge, and I mean huge. We definitely upgraded at the safety position, and some of the news I got today, trust me, we're gonna be fine at safety. So, like I said, I don't break news on this channel. I like to wait until the news is out, and once the news is out, then we can discuss it. So, but I'll just say it this way: we're gonna be fine at DB. We're gonna be fine at safety. And we're going to be I'm loving, I know we're still in the process of rebuilding this media thing, but listen, y'all, isn't it cool that Jackson State is still dominating the airwaves every single day? We got something dropping every single day. We got new news that's breaking. And one in particular that I want to definitely segue into, and then I'll finish up my opening remarks, and then we'll jump right into the stream. But opening up the stream. As a player, man, that I took a personal investment in making sure that he was a Jackson State Tiger. Y'all know who it is, man. He shouted me out on his recommitment to Jackson State. Mr. Niles Gaddy, man. Mr. Niles Gaddy is back in the building, man. Big Daddy Gaddy is back, and I, for one, cannot be more ecstatic. This was a personal. It meant a lot to me, and I'll explain to you why it means a lot to me. And Niles know what he means to me. I've talked to Niles so many times, man. I talked to him when he was going through what he was going through. I've shared with you guys what he went through regarding that final game and the decision to not allow him to play in the Celebration Bowl, and that long hug at the end of the game, and had me emotional. I was willing to talk to this young man every day if I had to, and do whatever it was I needed to do to make sure he was in a Jackson State uniform. Now, I want to make sure we make this clear. because there was some coaches out there that said some things to this young man that made him feel like, that he wasn't, he as if he was only good because they said he was good. And these are from his own words, right? But you're talking about a first team all SWAC defensive lineman coming off the edge. You're talking 6'6", 240. He gonna project to be 250 coming into the season. James Houston is balling. And this is what I explained to Niles, and I want y'all to know exactly what I was trying to convey to him, and I stand on this, and I believe this. Now, he know he got to go do the work, but that's my brother, and I'll do anything for him. But James Houston is balling right now. Shout out to the problem, James Houston, coming off the edge. 6'1", defensive. He's a linebacker when he came, a middle linebacker, and moved to his position. He switched positions, coming off the edge, and young man is sacking on the team right now next to the number 2 player that was drafted in the same draft class. Think about that, y'all. Next man up, SWAC Defensive Player of the Year, Mr. Aubrey Miller. Aubrey Miller is going to be draftee number 101. I absolutely believe that Aubrey Miller is going to get drafted in this 2023 draft class. I will be in Mobile, Alabama, covering the Senior Bowl to make sure that we're going to make sure Aubrey get every ounce of coverage that he deserves, man, because that young man deserved it. That's the next man up. That could be the future potential Hall of Famer, the 5th Hall of Famer from as far as a player, right? But Aubrey Miller's up next. He's up next. But this is why Niles was. This is why it was so important for Niles to be in a Jackson State uniform. Yes, he had offers, y'all. He didn't hit the portal and just. He could have took the offer to Cal. He could have took the offer to West Virginia. He could have took the offer to Missouri. He could have went home and played for Tennessee State and more. He was just getting started, y'all. So him coming back to Jackson was a collective effort to get Niles back to Jackson and make sure Niles know that the city of Jackson is behind him, that Tiger Nation wants him to be in the Tiger uniform, and he's the next man up. We're talking about the potential perennial defensive player of the year preseason coming into the season. And don't tell me we didn't miss him. Don't tell me we didn't miss him, y'all. Don't tell me we didn't miss him in the Celebration Bowl. There's no disrespect to nobody. But that young man balled out. He dominated in the SWAC championship. He did. But we ain't going to cry with spilled milk because his daddy ain't going to allow that. Big Daddy Gaddy, man, he raised a tough young man. This is a blue collar, no nonsense. And you know what I told him? I said, this is your team now. 4-5 going to the league. This your team. This your team, man. You now get to walk in that room and you get to set the tone because you the man. You don't have to go nowhere else. You the next man up. And if James Houston is balling, if Aubrey Miller gets drafted and he gonna ball. Y'all saw what Kobe Durant did last night coming out of South Carolina State. These HBCU boys, when they get their opportunity, they balling, man. And it means something to the culture for Niles. He can go to the league from any of those other schools, but he going to go to the league from Jackson State University. And that's important. That's important. And that's what I was trying to explain to him. Don't worry about nothing, man. You just put your head down and go do the work. Because we talked about it. He's a self-accountable player, man. He hold himself accountable. And I'm sure he don't mind me saying this, but there was some talk about him going to the SWAC media day. And he was like, man, he didn't want to go. Yeah, I'm going to say it. He didn't want to go. But he was asked to go. But you know why he didn't want to go? Because he didn't feel like he had earned it. That's the kind of young man this man is. That's the kind of young man this man is. Because I know there's some people out there that like to take narratives and run with it and think that this is a young man that's got character flaws. This young man right here is a hard-nosed, no-nonsense, blue-collar, get it out the mud, I earn my keep. And that's the type of player he is. And that's how I am. And that's a reason why I took a personal interest in this player right here, because I wanted to talk to him. And for him to put me on there, it meant a lot. Now, I don't stand next to the coaches. I'm just one alum of a whole big collective group. Now, yeah, I'm using my platform for whatever it is, but I ain't no better than nobody, man. We in this thing together. And let me go ahead and read this, and then we'll get on with the show. Tiger Nation, I want to thank you all and say I appreciate all the love and support over these last 2 years. Jackson is my second home, and you all know that we are locked in forever. Jackson, you gave me a shot, and that's all I could ever ask for. I want to thank Coach Prime and Coach Dennis Thurman for putting me in position to show some of my abilities. It's been a long, tough road for me since leaving high school. I've even wondered at times if I had a future in football, but coming to Jackson revitalized my hunger. I have an appetite for success, and I want to be dominant in what I do. After talking with my family, I have clarity and understanding of my destiny and unfinished business at Jackson State University. After conversations with Coach TC, Coach O, Coach Bradley, myself, and other members of the legendary JSU alumni, I'm proud to announce that I will be returning to the Jackson State University. Let's be legendary and run it back, Jack. Hashtag play for TC. I want to welcome Brother Niles Gaddy back into the Jackson State Tiger uniform. Now, he is an alum. He just graduated. But guess what? You get to proceed with your master's degree, my brother. And you get to go out there and focus on football and go make your family proud, man. And we're going to make sure that we take care, brother. We're going to make sure we take care of all our Tigers. Yeah, we know that our previous coach did a lot, as he said in the interview. But guess what? Don't ever underestimate Jacktown like that. Don't ever underestimate the alumni base of Jackson State University, man. We serious about this, man. We all gonna step up and do what we got to do to make sure we got what we need. We've been getting shitted on for years. We've been getting looked over. So when the disrespect go out, we expect that. That's where we come from. That's where we come from. Excuse me. There's a lot of things we working on. There's a lot of things we working on. And I stand on that. Man, I ain't worried about no disrespect to Jackson, man. We've been getting disrespected for eons, man. Pressure don't bust Jacksonians, man. We diamonds, man. So, hey, listen, I just want to welcome bro back. You know, I just did a small part. Had a small part to play in that. But I'm just telling you right now, I say it this way. I doff my hat off to the coaching staff. Coach TC Taylor, man, is the right man for the job. Because the one thing, you know what you get from all of this? You know what you get from all of this, family? What you get from all of this is this. Talking to A.D. Robinson, the one word that he associated with the head coach, TC Taylor, was hungry. Say he was hungry, man. He's like, man, he's hungry, man. And don't tell me you don't sense the hunger in the way he's building his team. I'm telling you right now, he got to be selling something. Ain't nothing like coming from something, being a part of something, and loving something, and getting a chance to build that thing. I'm so happy for Coach, man. I'm so proud of him. I asked him what he needed today. He said, look, I'm focusing on the big boys now. Offensive line, defensive line. I said, all right, who we need to go run a full court press on? Hey, we got some visits coming up January the 4th, some big-time visits. So listen, this is what we own now. I said it when we first talked about it. It's on us now. It's on us now. And we're going to step up to the plate. We're going to do what we got to do. We are. Because we always have. Now, listen. To all the tight, listen, we got Savion Wilkerson back. Folks, we got Savion Wilkerson, Savin McGee, J.D. Martin, Irv Mulligan. You follow what I'm talking about? We got Debo back. Still got Zach Broder. Still got Evan Henry. You follow what I'm talking about? We bringing in youth and vets for the offensive line. 2 quarterbacks you know about, 2 that you don't. Telling you, man. DJ Stevens, Jensen Riley, hopefully Hayden stays. Offense, man. And an offense that fits their skill set without an agenda, without a forced agenda. Now let's move the ball to the let's move it to the defensive side of the ball. Amari Ward, absolutely. I'm not gonna name him. I'm just talking about the players that played. I'm doing mostly starters in like second, 2 deep. Devontae Davis, Antonio Doyle, Jeremiah Williams, Niles Gaddy. That's the starting front 4 for you. I'm gonna say it again. That's the starting front 4. Antonio Doyle, Niles Gaddy, Jeremiah Williams, and Devontae Davis. That's a front 4 that you can start. Jalen Hughes, Kerry Wiggins. Come on, man. He says Guthrie in the back. I ain't gonna tell you who's gonna be next to him, but Geronte Davis, he's still with us. Oh yeah, he's still with us. Claire Arrington, oh, he's still with us. Let me go back to this list. I know Noah Ballou, true freshman. But let's go back to it. Who we? Javarian Jenkins. Oh yeah. Alan Walker. Oh yeah. Tim Stewart. I'm just saying. Look, we when I tried to tell y'all, when everybody was losing their freaking mind, the portal ain't nice. Some of these families and these kids understood immediately, like, you know what? I'm wasting my time over here. I'm wasting my time. I need to get out this portal. Got some players sitting in the portal that shouldn't be. I'm going to say it again. We got some players that just left Jackson State that's in the portal that should not be. They shouldn't be there. Stop waiting on them Colorado offers. Just know that whatever you waiting on, he probably already got it and he was trying to keep you at bay. I'm just saying, that's just the way it goes. You got to do what's best for you. Kevin Coleman, come on back to Jackson. Barron Hobson, come on back to Jackson. Jeremiah Brown, come on back to Jackson. Tavion Beasley, come on back to Jackson. Shane Hooks, come on back to Jackson. What we doing, man? What we doing? John Huggins, come on back, baby. Herman Smith, come on back, baby. Come on back. Run it back. Especially the young guys. You run it back. What you sitting in the portal for? You waiting for coach to out-recruit you? You waiting for coach to run it? We listen, man. Now, you got your leader of the defense back. Come on, play for Coach TC. Play for somebody that wants you. And I ain't trying to be messy, because if the other coach wants you, the offer would have already been out there. Why the offer ain't there? You gonna take a walk-on? You gonna be a walk-on for Colorado? Man, you crazy. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna turn down no scholarship, no free education to go be a walk-on. They got 22 extra scholarships, more than Jackson State do. And you mean tell me they ain't got one for you? Be wise. Family members, if you watching this, advise your kids, man. Advise your kids. Go where you want it. Because listen, that thing work both ways. Our coaches want those who want to be there. We want Tigers. Man. If you feel like you better than Jackson State, that's fine. There's about 6,000-7,000 other players in the portal that feel the same way, and half of them gonna stay there for the season of 2023. Tell you, just try to tell you now. Don't say I ain't talk to you. Don't say I ain't want you. You know, you do what you do. It was good last year, but now all of a sudden it ain't good because few folks say that it ain't. You got these celebrities out here that don't come from the culture, don't understand the culture. They don't really care. They just roll with what's popular. You get what I'm saying? That's fine. They can do that. They got that right. They can do that. They can do that. They can do that. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. I got 530 in the room. I need 530 likes right now, man. If you ain't like the stream, go ahead and like the stream right now. If you ain't subscribing to the page, go ahead and subscribe to the page right now. If you'd like to contribute to this page, man, I'm trying to do big things. I'm finna take this thing all the way to the top. Because this ain't about me. I realize I done figured out what my calling is. I see what my part to play in this thing is. And everything I got and everything I get is going to be to turn right around and reinvest in these kids. And I'm going to use my time and my energy and my efforts to make sure I'm there to do that. You know, my goal is to get to every single off-season bowl game. Legacy Bowl, me and Zoe talked about that today. We there. We're going to be at the HBCU Legacy Bowl. We're going to be at the Senior Bowl. I'm going to be at the East-West Shrine Bowl. I'm going to be at the NFLPA Bowl. And I'm going to bring you that exclusive content, but I need your help to do it. You want me on the scene, giving you that raw, that behind the scenes access? Need your support. Trying to upgrade them cameras. And you guys, hey, we gonna do it. We're gonna do it together because you know when I do it, we're gonna do it right. Just saying, I ain't knocking nobody and saying nobody else ain't doing it right. But it's different when it hit home. Everything we do in Jackson gonna be homegrown now. Outsiders got to get the hell out. If you ain't about if you ain't about what we doing in Jackson, about what we standing on in Jacktown, and we relaying that foundation. If you ain't a part of it, you got to go. You got to go. Your allegiance got to be to JSU, not to your own, your own. We tired of opportunists. The opportunists came. The opportunists came and they leveled up. They leveled up. So now it's time for some real true blue. The coach, everybody, we're gonna build this thing up. I ain't knocking nobody, man. Do what you do. Do what you do. But I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is at. I'm just telling you. Y'all see it, man. Y'all see it. Come on now. Y'all know y'all see it. I ain't knocking nobody, man. How many times bro, I was talking about this today. And I know y'all want to talk about the previous coach because people want to talk about what we were paying that coach. Hey man, got 3 documentaries. Rochelle said that. 3 documentaries. And ain't not damn dollar going back to Jackson State. How much of that is going to the Jackson State bank account? Somebody tell me. Season 1, season 2, the one off Amazon Prime, how much is going back into the account of Jackson State? Don't worry, I'll wait. How much? You got platforms. They built their entire platform of Jackson State. How much are you going to donate? How many of you guys going to put your money back where you going to eat off Jackson State? But see, I live this. I'm true blue to the heart. I'm I love to the heart. You follow what I'm saying? I take every dollar I get donated to me and make sure one of the players got something to eat. Will you do it? Will you do it? Vultures? Calling on the vultures. The buzzards that's circling around Jackson. Show me what you're doing. Show me what you're doing. Because you know why? I come from this place, man. I don't give a damn where I'm at. I live in 2 of the greatest cities in America. Ain't no place like Jackson, Mississippi. Because if we don't do it for us, ain't nobody gonna do it. Because all people ever do is they come to Jackson, they take advantage of us, and they bounce. And I'm frustrated enough to do something about it. And if you don't like it, it's your damn problem. I want to give a shout out to President Hudson, who inboxed me today and said that he appreciated my efforts in getting Niles Gaddy back to Jackson. He knew that there was some issues that was on the table, and It's a collective effort to get Brother Gaddy back. Because the best thing that you could have ever done is piss off Jacksonians and told us that we ain't about nothing. We po, we ain't about this, we ain't about that. We thieves. We ungrateful. What else they say? So you know what? We're going to step up to the plate and we're going to do it our damn self. So we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Oh, I'm in my bag now. Oh, I'm just getting started there. I ain't come to just telling you. I'm just telling you. I see it. Everybody ain't happy for the efforts because it's some of us that want clout. See, I know some folks in the Jackson circle that didn't like that Niles Gaddy put my name on there. I understand that. You know, I don't need all that. I don't need clout. I don't. I'm willing to do the work without any shine. Come on. Where you at? Raise your hand if you're willing to serve without getting anything, any type of shine. Come on. Come on now. Because you get real quiet. Got real quiet today. Didn't get a whole lot of calls. Not that I need them. Just telling you. See, people don't like me. I'm a troublemaker. I ain't whatever. But I don't do this for the shine. I don't. I do it because I live this. I can't help myself. I cannot help myself, man. Oh, yeah. I see you. Smile, texting, about everything else. Well, I could go there. I step on a lot of toes if I do. But it ain't about me. It really ain't about me. I swear it's not about me. It's really about these young men and women that we have the opportunity to provide a collective effort to take care of them. We got a lot of work to do. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So I appreciate y'all I had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry, man. But I don't know about y'all, but when somebody tell me I ain't hitting on nothing, we ain't about nothing, you don't want me, I'm ugly, dusty, and ungrateful, it motivates me. It motivates me. I'm just saying, this is in-house business, man. This is family conversation. Continue to do the work. Those that are doing the work, I appreciate you, man. And there's people that's doing the work that I don't know, have a clue what they're doing. And I appreciate you too, because it's all needed. It's all needed. The momentum that I'm seeing, the amount of energy and effort, man, that I'm seeing as a collective, it's just unbelievable, man. We got to keep it going. Because I'm going to share this with y'all, then I'm going to open the stream up. I interviewed PJ Hatter tonight. The young man has been so busy since he first announced yesterday that he was committed. Radio interview after interview after. That is beautiful to me. If you don't believe me that this Jackson State thing is real, man, go look at the offers from a player that has an offer from Jackson State, and then look at his page and look at the activity around every other offer. If it's a Jackson State offer or Jackson State, it's like quadrupling the amount of activity around that one offer. And they may have an offer from a big program. Jackson State whooping them in activity, likes, shares, retweets, comments, you name it. Man, we jumping on these kids like ants on a. And let me doff my hat off to these commitments, to these recruits that have committed to Jackson State, that's on the front lines, saying, "Come on, baby, we need you." They out there recruiting. Do you hear what I'm saying? They recruiting. They are recruiting Man, I'm telling you, man. That's what we do. Somebody said, well, y'all ain't got nothing to do in Jackson. Well, it might be true. Whatever. But Jackson, they mean everything to us, right? And I appreciate. Now, that's one thing I do appreciate by Coach Prime coming to Jackson. One of many things that I appreciate. Because I was saying, somebody going to hear that and be like, that's all he said he appreciate. It's selective hearing group. One of the things I greatly appreciate is that, and Zoe says this all the time, there's a reignition of the fan base has been reignited from the glory days when we used to pack the vet. I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel like we're gonna be more. We're gonna get to them games this year. I think we're gonna do more numbers. The momentum behind Jackson State football, the demand, the request, the requirement. We have to hold ourselves accountable. We got to get to the games and we got to show up for these young men, because it's something about a young man that wants to be where he want to be a part of what you got. That makes you want to go harder. It makes you want to go harder. And I don't know about you guys, man. It's so much going on in this world that when you serve, shout out to Rochelle. I see you, sis. Hope you come on when I open the stream up. I know she was talking about feeding the homeless on yesterday. You definitely gotta let us know how that went. It's something about pouring into others and helping them get to their level, man. Helping them reach their peak. It's just I get so much out of it. You know what I mean? Mentoring and serving young men and women who have that I can speak to in whatever capacity and some type of way, and invoke some type of positivity and give them some type of perspective. But ain't nothing like seeing a young man or young woman being excited about being a JSU Tiger, because Jackson, Mississippi is not this destination place. You know, we're just not, we're not looked at like that. But Jackson State University is a gem, and we got to treat it that way. We gotta love Jackson State enough to do better business. To the leadership, we gotta love Jackson State enough to make sure that when there's an option to do the wrong thing, do the right thing. We gotta love Jackson State enough to get to the basketball games if you're in the city and you can get to it. There's a lot of things we can do, but we gotta love ourselves into that. So I'm just telling you, man. That's just my thing. Like I say, I'm not something special. I'm not, it's not about me. I really feel like I'm just one of many. There's so many that's out there that represent I Love and Tiger Nation. They just don't have a platform. They're just not in front of you talking, but they're doing wonderful things. They have wonderful ideas. They have amazing energy. They're dangerously consistent. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they are doing wonderful. You just don't hear them talking about it, right? You just don't know about it. So there's a lot that are doing some great things. And I'm just happy to serve, man. Happy to be a part of this. And I appreciate it. Can we get to 400 likes? But yeah, man. We should definitely have more than that. I mean, we got 550 sitting in the room, and somebody sitting in there looking at me don't want to like the screen because I might have stepped on your bunions. I'm gonna step on them again if that's what it takes. So I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and open the stream up. And I'm gonna say it like this right here. To those that witnessed the last stream, I'm gonna make this very clear. If you come on this stream and you disrespect anybody on this stream, I'm gonna block you forever, and you'll never be allowed to come on this platform ever again. Hold yourselves accountable, because I don't need people in the chat talking about I didn't hold somebody accountable. We're adults, and I don't care about, you different, your opinion being different than mine or anybody else's. We're gonna show some respect. We're gonna make sure we do that. That my sister Go. How you doing? Hey, Queen. Can you hear me? You muted. There you go.
You. How was your listen? I was like, we had a really nice Christmas. We had more recruits time.
Christmas was magnifico.
saying. I was like, so I had to go get me another glass of wine because that was like. But look, I'm loving your.
I'm sorry to
I'm
be
loving
eating
your
on the stream, man. I'm gonna let you talk, eat my popcorn. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Okay, you see, I got. And mind y'all, listen. Ken is in LA and I'm in Northern California, but we didn't pop some popcorn because we're here for it tonight. So listen, um, I'm just
PJ Hatter 6'2", by the way. Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead,
Yes,
Rochelle.
Brianna, it's wind down time. Yes, it is. It's wind down time. I'm excited, but I was reading about the guy who got his
How you doing, Joe? I'm gonna let you go when Rochelle get done.
the
Go
guy
ahead,
his
Rochelle.
scholarship from the University of Florida. I'm just gonna leave it out there. I've been reading, but you know what? One thing I can say, I am loving how these recruits are recruiting people. Dude, that
Yeah.
is freaking, and they were straight going, come to thee. I was like, wait
It's
a
the
minute.
recruits that even the players that have returned are just like, there's just a new energy, and I love it. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. But no, we're gonna have some sips, and for some of y'all that's in here, we're not talking about Prime and all that good stuff. So please stop. We're not talking about him, and we don't care about what he's getting in recruits. We really don't. This is the Jackson State University channel,
Oh man, yeah, we on Jack State right now. If anybody,
and we're celebrating high school.
what do I think
So
about Stokes?
wait a minute, Cedric say he eating popcorn and drinking wine too.
I'm pretty sure he is. Joe, what's on your mind, brother?
What going on, Ken? Can you hear me good, boss?
I can hear you, man. Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you coming
What going
on.
on, man? What going on? I've been watching in the background for a minute now.
I appreciate it.
I'm new to the age. I'm gonna say I'm new to the HBCU. I came in with Prime. I don't have no favorite team.
You ain't got Jack State as your favorite? Come on now, Joe. You do better.
Nah, I ain't got. I'm an HBCU. I used to watch. I was an SEC guy. I haven't watched SEC football shit since Prime came. I've probably been to more football HBCU football games than I've been to SEC football games.
Right on. Right.
I want to say that, man, this team, TC Building,
speak on it.
It may be better than the goddamn Team Prime Bill.
Boy, you gonna get in trouble here. Since you said it, Joe, you got to speak on it.
I'm dead serious.
Explain.
I've been watching the guy. I've been going back and looking at the guy tape that they've been recruiting. I'm down almost curved. But that defensive backfield, Lord have mercy. Y'all, shit, the SWAC better watch out. They think they had someone Prime with here. But goddamn TC and Coach O, it's just two of them. I'm sorry. It's just two of them recruiting that we know of. And they kicking it out the bucket, man. How the hell y'all getting recruits on goddamn Christmas Day? Y'all supposed to be off.
Ain't no days off around here, man. We working.
And
Joe, when I saw that, I was like, "Well, Merry Happy Recruitment." I was like, "Wasn't that sick?"
And y'all fans, when y'all get these recruits, shit, y'all put them in a chokehold. They ain't got no choice but to commit to Jackson State. But man, on Twitter, that's all I see. Come on home. Come on in. Gee, I love you. Shit. Y'all about to make me a goddamn fan. Shit. But that's all, Kim, man. I'm trying to work on something, man. I don't want to speak on it, but I'm trying to work on something. Shit, whenever I'm able to do it, man, I hit you up in the DM. I want to buy some season tickets and you could just donate them to somebody, you know what I mean, whoever needs, you know what I mean.
Respect. No doubt about it, man. We can collaborate on whatever you want to, Joe. I'm here.
I DM you when I'm ready to make that move when the tickets come out.
Yes, sir. You don't have to be a stranger. Feel free to donate to the page. You know, that's gonna go to some good use. And give me some content. So appreciate you coming on, brother.
No doubt. One more thing. I want to make sure the team is able to travel the same way they travel when Prime was there. I don't want nothing to fall off. The way they were traveling in style, I want them to travel the same way. So maybe you can talk to Stacey.
We're gonna make it happen.
All right, boss man, I'm about to go back in the background. I'll holler at you.
Yes, sir. One thing I'm gonna say in conjunction with what Joe was just mentioning was the partnership with American Airlines is still in place. Talked to the president about that. They will be continuing their partnership with us. So we still get chartered flights. The They still gonna ride, they still gonna roll how they roll. We still gonna get the bus. They got the I believe bus or whatever they want to put on it or however they want to do it. We still gonna roll the same way. Still got them suits. We still gonna stay suited and booted. Still gonna have them JSU blocks on them Navy suits, and we just got to make sure that it's covered and it's the content is out there so people can see it, so they know that it's still on and popping in the jack. So that we're gonna continue to recruit via social media. We're in the process of building you think TC is building a monster team. We're in the process of building a monster media team. Shout out to brother Austin and Kaylin who came on the other night, and we trying to do it all, man. We want to do it big, and we're gonna continue
Excuse me. What did you say?
What you mean?
You're trying? Did I hear that?
Well, I said we trying to build I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that way. That was figuratively, but
we're building, but we're not trying. We are building, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You got me right on that. It slipped out. Who gonna come on the stream? Don't be strange. Sorry, y'all come on. Sorry, I'm done talking, y'all. She said, yes, correct him. Can we block crime folks on here? No, yes, wrong.
No, let them say it, because we ain't going nowhere. We not scared of y'all. And we don't wish you nowhere, but you just not. Why do you want to even come here and talk about that? We don't.
Now, here's the thing. Like, prime people, they can't get them. They like Jackson State, too. I just need them to hit the like button, and if you're going to look, you might as well donate to the page. There it is. Sophisticated Southerner. What's happening, baby?
What's up, man? Y'all, how y'all doing tonight?
Man, I'm wonderful, brother.
Fine. How you doing?
Hey, Miss Rochelle, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Look, can't complain. Merry Christmas to y'all. Yeah, appreciate that. I was elated yesterday. I thought I was gonna be able to take a break, right? Sitting around playing with the kids, opening gifts, watching the Christmas story. Took me a nap, and when I woke up from my nap, I felt like I had missed a half a day of content. And then my conversation, I told my wife, I was like, I'm not gonna talk about Jackson State. We're gonna take a break from all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I woke up from my nap, checked my phone, and I just started seeing updates on Isaiah, and I started seeing the guy from Houston. I said, whoa! I had to get up and call my uncle.
Oh yeah.
So yesterday was a great day, and I think I want to make a real quick point. I think we can't go back, and I know we're not going to go back, but I think it really hit me in the face on Christmas Eve. I went to my neighborhood Dollar General here in Charlotte, and I planned on walking right back out really quickly. I was only in there to get one item, and this old white man just stopped me in my tracks, and we had a whole 10-minute conversation on Jackson State football.
Wow.
And I was sitting there just dumbfounded because I'm like, dude, like I'm trying to go back home. I got stuff to do, but he wants to sit here and just talk about Jackson State football and what we're doing and how we've done things, and conversations like that just didn't exist several years ago. Didn't exist. So the things that we're about to put together, the recruits that are coming in, I mean, we're getting ready to. We're about to embark on something so significant that I don't even think none of us can comprehend. And if we keep that same energy, because there are so many people, like to your point, there's so many people out here that's doing the work that you'll never hear about from a YouTube perspective. You'll never hear about even from a university publications perspective. But they're out here doing the work because
they are.
That true blue is deep. It goes deep.
It absolutely is. That's a great point. And that's why I wanted to say, that's why I had to say it, because I'm like, sometimes people will think the only thing that's going on is what they can see. And let's just be real about it. There's a lot of people that think the world is only as small as what they've seen in there. And they don't have this perspective beyond what's in front of them, So there's a lot of true blue Tigers out here doing some amazing work. You just don't hear it being talked about. But to your point, That piece is important. And I think there's a mystique with Coach TC Taylor. Everybody wants to know who he is,
Yeah,
want to know
they
about him.
do.
And I think it's definitely I'll just get a Dion alert from Bleacher Report. I was like, he must know who's streaming. But I think there's gonna be a lot of like dope content that comes from that. And I think he can take that and make it be what he wanted to be. And I'm really intrigued to see how that play out, bro. I think it's gonna be fun. But what I was saying earlier, I'm loving the daily drops. Every day is something. Every day, bro, it's been something.
Yeah.
Today we got Niles and Jalen. Yesterday we got Philip Short, PJ Hatter, and Isaiah Spencer. Tomorrow might be somebody else. I ain't gonna say nothing, but it might be a little something else drop tomorrow.
Is there a deadline for the prize in the portal? Because I know National Signing Day is February. So
It
can they
closes,
be in
I
the
just
portal
don't know.
forever?
They can. I mean, they can definitely stay. Ken Clark, who said this, bro? What are you talking about? I don't know what the KD Hall. I don't know what you're talking about. Stoney, brother Mark, what's good, brother?
What up, KC? What's up?
You got it, big dog.
Hey, Miss Henderson, how you doing, sweetheart? That's what's up. Hey, I just got a question, man. Do y'all hear that though? Now as we speak,
Huh?
Can you hear that?
Hear
You
what?
can't hear it. It's quiet around. It's quiet around the swag, bro.
I sure said that.
Quiet.
I sure said that. It's got real quiet.
It's like crickets.
Well, you can hear rat piss on cotton right now.
I'm talking in HD. I mean, like in stereo sound. It's quiet.
Thank you, Dragon 1998. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, and look, bro, I'm so excited. I'm almost nervous at, you know what I'm saying, what TV.
Don't you be nervous now. Get that nervous.
No, hold on.
Hey, go push that nervous energy out the backside, man. Get that out of you. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Man, look, I don't know. He might go pull Al Bundy out, you know what I'm saying? Because he can score 4 touchdowns in one game.
Hey, Polk High School.
Polk High. He might pull Al out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like, man, it's like you say, man, since TC been since he, you know, his announcement came that he's been, you know, the head coach, you rarely see this dude's face anywhere, bro. And it goes to like what I was just saying about that mystique, man. Like I said, man, TC might be the Kaiser Sose of HBCU football, bro.
Hey, man.
Listen,
he gonna rear his head. And I got so many ideas, bro. Gosh, I got so many ideas. They don't even, all they have to do is put one thing out every day. Just one.
Just one.
Just drop one thing.
I'm not gonna be surprised if someone don't call him to do a documentary on him.
You know what?
I'm telling you.
You know
because
what?
We're gonna win.
You know what?
Y'all heard it from me. We're winning the Celebration Bowl next year. I'm not gonna be surprised if someone, because they don't know him and he's so mysterious.
Why don't we need that to happen? We need a Hard Knocks JSU. We need a Hard Knocks JSU. Let's make it happen
internally.
Huh?
We can do that internally.
That's what I'm saying. We got to do a Hard Knocks. Oh, we got to make this happen.
I'm telling you, it would be perfect.
We ain't talking about no fake stuff.
Hey, can I make a quick point?
You know what, brother? You got to come on, dog. Me and Tyler was Tyler working on something. You see them eyes right there? It's a cold-blooded brother right there, man. You got to come back on. I had to go. I had to hit. I'm gonna let you go next, Southern. I had to inbox Tyler, man, telling him, you know, I apologize for the guy. It went a little left, but you know, he handled himself massively, and we're gonna move on from that. But go ahead, Sal. What'd you say, Southern?
Yeah. So, you know, it's no secret. TC played at South Pike down in Magnolia. He's a Pike County guy, right? One of our greatest in the pedigree of coaches out of Jackson State used to coach at Eva Gordon High School when it was Eva Gordon High School. That was Coach W.C. Gordon. So there's precedent for greatness coming out of Pike County, especially in the coaching tree of Jackson State. So that's a little bit for the new fans. So if you're trying to trace the history back. So You know, you go down 55 South, you hit up that exit 10, Magnolia, Highway 48. It's precedent coming out of there.
I agree. Hey, I don't know who Marcus Stokes is right off top right now. Everybody keep asking about Marcus Stokes. I'm not sure who that.
Man, that's the white boy.
White guy?
That's the white boy.
Yeah,
I didn't want to do it before you. I've been waiting on you, Ken.
Okay. We'll take him.
Man, nah, leave him over where he at, bro. Leave him where he at.
No.
You talking about the one that was rapping the N-word?
Yeah, leave him where he at. He only apologized. He only apologized because he got caught. Come on, man.
Stoney, can I tell you why though? Can I
I'm about to you go.
Let me tell you why I'm going to defend him. For one reason, he's 17 years old. But for another thing, and I don't care nobody say, Jackson State football team had white players on it. They playing rap music before the game and after the game. And I know those boys they were saying that I can see the football team actually telling them they're not even tripping because they love hip hop music. And unfortunately, that's what's in their songs.
Man, all of them sing them songs when they ain't around. It's just somebody heard them. That's all.
The reason I'm not offended by it is because I've said some stuff about white people, and I'm not prejudiced. The only difference is that my generation, we didn't put it on live. But it wasn't that I can't say that I said something that was wrong, yeah. But he was saying it in a song.
So let me say this.
Like hip hop, that's all you go hear in their songs.
I mean, I do feel like, and y'all know this too. Y'all know this. I'm finna go there. Y'all know it's some white boys out there, man, that got all black friends, grow up in the black community, and they talk like us, walk like us. And there's been, and I'm here's what I'm saying. There's been some young men that, you know, some black dudes that just kind of, they didn't really look at him like he was just this typical white dude, and they talked the same way, and everybody around him allowed it. It was like it was what it was. But then when you got outside the element, people like, whoa, man, you out of pocket. Because I'm saying it this way because we all from Mississippi. I've been around that type of situation, and I've actually had conversations with the friends of the one that would do that and be like, you setting your partner up to get destroyed, bro. Like, you got to nip that in the bud. Even if y'all felt like it was cool around you three, you can't use that word, bro. You know what I mean? And I've seen
use the word in the locker room.
But no, what I was saying was that in this instance, I'm gonna yield because I really don't know anything more about Marcus Stokes than his scholarship was pulled because he was rapping, and when he was rapping the rap song, he said what was in the song. I seriously don't know no more than that. So I'm not going to try to imagine that. But for you to say that, Mark, you got to know, you probably a little bit way more well versed in it than me. I haven't really checked the kid out. I didn't even follow the story that much after. I just was like, oh, okay. And I just knew that we in a very PC time. But I mean, intent matters. If it's a young man that's, you know, got it in his heart, that you know what I'm saying. But if it's a slip of the tongue because he was rapping and shit like that could be, you know, I don't know. That's a dicey one. That's a dicey one. I'll say this.
Somebody.
No, I'm not gonna go there. I mean, y'all know the story of Perio, man. Y'all know, you know, what he went through and how he had to redeem himself and everything. So, you know, there's all types of situations and scenarios, but I don't know any more than that. And I'm not even excusing it. Because somebody gonna hear and be like, oh no, I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying context of the whole situation matters. And we're naive if we think that white people that rap, because I'm gonna be real with you. When you go to some of these hip hop concerts, you ever look in the crowd?
Ain't nothing white people there.
It's 65% white folks.
Shit, 75.
No.
I'm just being real. So now I done been in at concerts, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of white fans of that artist. And when the N-word, they all get, you know, they all are muted. Or you might hear a few people say it and you don't know where it came from, but nobody around you says it. And I understand that. That's dicey. But we put it in the music. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know when they performing it, they ain't performing the radio edited version. They performing the you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. I don't know.
But like at 17, we just like I said, the difference is that we all know we said some dicey stuff when we were young. We just didn't get caught. This generation, they put everything on social media. The question for them is, why don't you put stuff on
So
social media?
about that though, did he record himself?
He was right. He was in the car.
Recorded him?
And this is the thing. It's a 2-second video. He was in the car singing some rap song. And he may have had more, but the only thing they cut was it's literally 2 seconds.
Because he went live on his IG. He went live on his IG about it. You know, with the while he was, you know what I'm saying, rapping the song. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I mean I get it.
I got you, but I ain't gonna lie. Up here in California, I was so confused because I saw Filipino kids and Mexican kids calling each other, and I was like, and I looked at them because I was coming from work, and I got out, and I was like, the kids that just got out of school, and it was like, and I was like, I said, excuse me, no man, man, we sorry, y'all don't say that about her, but man, listen, we not disrespectful, ma'am. But I was like, it wasn't nobody white or black, but it's kind of like now the girls are calling themselves bro, which I don't understand. But apparently that's what they call each other now. Is when they be talking to each other.
Yeah, that's
they call each other bro. And I'm like, what?
I have a scenario where I used to work. I'm in Austin, Texas. I'm working for my previous company as a salesman. And let me just say it, I used to work for the beverage company. One of my accounts is the largest grocery store in that area, right? I'm in the back room. There's a young Hispanic young man that works. He's a merchandiser. And every other word out of this young man's mouth was the N word. Talking to me. Bro, it was so, you could tell that this is how he talked. Like it was so deeply ingrained in how he communicated that I had to pull the dudes. I said, listen, man, please don't use that word ever again around me, because somebody hear you saying that and they gonna immediately, they're not gonna look at you, they're gonna look at me.
Yeah.
And they're gonna say, that dude was back there in the back room using the N word and he was talking to Ken and Ken didn't do nothing. So I had to check the dude on it. For one, I'm like, then I had to educate the dude on the word. And I'm like, I understand that you might, and this is what's crazy, Mark, in sophisticated Southern. I got it. What's your name again, man? The initials again?
CB, man.
CB. All right. So CB and Mark. It ain't nobody in the whole room that look like me and you. It's all of them. And they use the N-word more. I'm just like, man. Like, it's just that bad. So I'm just saying, it's different little dynamics when it comes to that. But I always nip it in the bud. I've always been that. Y'all know how I get down, man. I ain't just got like this, bro. You know, I'm at the gym checking folk. I had a dude dap me up like, man, what's happening, man? And he tried to pull away, and I grabbed his hand, pulled him close. I said, let me tell you something, man. Don't ever refer to me that again. Oh, no, man, it's cool.
I'm looking at your chat, and you have to realize, too, Jarvis, I'm just going to say it, is that this generation of kids are different. And so we're looking at it through our eyes. I'm 57. What, Ken, are you Ken, you in your 40s yet?
I'm 40.
Okay, Ken 40. So we see that. But like, that's what I'm saying, like, these kids call their parents bro. And so, like I said, when I saw the kids singing it in the locker room, if nothing else, I was like, I have a strange feeling. Them brothers and told them teammates of theirs, listen, we cool on that. If we are singing this rap song, we ain't tripping. If y'all said, I bet you anything, those black kids already have reached out to those white kids and told them if it's on a rap song and you singing it, they wasn't offended by it. So that's a different generation, and we may not understand it, but it is what it is on that part. I don't even trip on it no more. I'm over it. I'm serious.
I think, in my honest opinion, I probably wouldn't touch him. I probably wouldn't touch him just because of the the dialogue that's gonna come behind it. So a lot of coaches probably not gonna want to touch him.
I agree with you, Jeremiah. It is, but it's in every song in the universe that these kids listen to. So I don't know. It's kind of like with social media. The younger generation that's younger than us, 15 and under, they're gonna be far worse off than your teenagers because that's all they're gonna know is social media. So, Ken I tell you about the homeless experience I did yesterday?
Sure thing. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is how many we got listening. So this is one thing that y'all can do. Um, so yesterday when I got home from my son's brunch, I'd already made the dressing and stuff, and I was specific. I heated it up, put the cranberry sauce, and I asked my friend to give me bottled water. I didn't have a lot, so I was looking for really people that was by themselves, because the worst thing you go is to a homeless encampment and you don't have enough food to feed everybody, then a fight can break out. So I'm literally driving around in the dark, praying to God that I just meet individual people that I can be a blessing to. So I went to this gas station that I know people be there. And so it was three people there. So there's one guy, and this just broke my heart. And I was like, y'all, we don't understand how blessed we are. So he felt the bag. He was like, you warmed the food up for me. And I was like, yeah. He was like, that was so nice of you. So, now I'm visualizing that when some people give homeless people stuff, they just like, you shouldn't be, don't complain about it. It's food. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, thank you so much. So then it was two other people there, and one of them, she was definitely probably a meth user, and her partner, he was probably on drugs too. So I gave them their food, but they was like, thank you so much and God bless you. Then some lady passed by, that was so nice of you, right? And so my whole thing for this, y'all, is that I can't do everything, but I can do something, right?
That's a great point.
And so, and what I so like Sunday, I was so overwhelmed that I went on Facebook and I did a live, and I asked the question, have we become numb to the homeless population? Do we see them so much that it just don't affect us anymore? You know what I'm saying? Or are we so overwhelmed that we don't know what to do? So then I went to this other little spot that I knew I could find some homeless people. And it was a black guy there. And he strictly was probably schizophrenia. He was totally need to be in a mental institution. And he was like in his 60s, Ken. And his voice was like, it penetrated the walls. His voice was like rivers of water. I'm serious. And I was kind of nervous to go up there. So I prayed and I said, well, God, let me just, because when you're dealing with people with that type of mental illness, they think you're coming after them and they can actually kill you. So I gave him, I said, well, sir, can I give you something to eat? And so he took the food. And then I said, well, where would you like me to put it? Because he's laying down in the cold on cold concrete. And I gave him the food, and he started again just talking out loud and talking to himself. And it was a young black guy. He had to be maybe in his late 20s. I gave him a plate. And then I met these other two people. Because I would just give y'all this. Go buy some socks and all your tennis shoes that you don't wear, and just keep them in your car. So this particular man, he had socks, because homeless people, socks mean a lot. So I keep like socks that I would normally throw away. I've washed them and I put them in our car. So if I meet a homeless person on the street, I just give him a pair of socks. And so I gave him a pair of shoes because he couldn't walk. His feet were swollen. And I said, well, sir, they may be a little too small, but he said, I'll take them. And then I gave them some food. And then I gave another young black man some food. And he made me cry. He was like, I pray that God just totally blesses you. And so what messed me up is that somebody who don't have nothing is asking God to bless me. And I look at my life and I got everything. And those were the most, so I would tell people, like, for Christmas and Thanksgiving and even for New Year's, all of that food that we got left over, make some to-go plates and go feed the homeless. And take your children with you. Because I don't think we understand how blessed we really are, right, and how much we overeat. So all that food that you got left over in your to-go plates, just go and find some homeless people and let them have a meal. So even for me, I was crying. I was so emotional, but I was like, I know I can't do everything, but at least they may have been hungry and I gave them something to eat that night. So it was it was definitely one of a blessing. Like now it's raining outside. So I just thought about those people outside, and I'm like, we have just become numb to the homeless population.
Appreciate the donations, man. That's I just want to say kudos to you. I mean, this is I did ask about that because I know you was talking about it on one of the other streams. And,
I was a mess though. Oh Lord.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. But I'll say this though. that right there is just something that we could duplicate in really every aspect. It doesn't have to be not saying that we don't want to do that. It's just spread kindness, man. It's just this is a time right now where everybody's going through something, and a lot of people lean into a lot of stuff like this to just kind of find a purpose, find some type of joy from it. So that's why it's such a man. It was a dark day, and I'm going to kind of segue back into it. Y'all remember, bro? You remember Mark CB when everything first hit? How it was almost like the Charlie Brown rain cloud had set up resident over Jackson State, man. It was like a depression, bro, that had went out. And now you fast forward to a week and a half later. Now look at us.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is like now it's so ironic you said that. I was just telling somebody today. I said, man, you know what? 2 weeks ago, I said, man, I was damn near sick. Didn't really want to eat. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, we talk. Yeah, we talk.
Look. So and then I'm like, now kid, what I didn't tell you was, you know what I'm saying, when you kept saying, hey man, just relax. It's gonna be okay. And in my head, I'm like, nah, motherfucker, this shit ain't gonna be all right, man. You know?
Hey, you said that actually. I don't know if you forgot it. Oh man, it just but bro, oh my goodness. It was
So Sony. Let me give you a scripture. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy.
See, I was thinking about this though, to just put in perspective. This ain't even counting the players that return. Coach TC has 18 commitments in early signing day, bro. 18 commitments, bro.
That's insane. Had that ever happened before?
It happened under Prime.
It did.
I don't know if he had 18. I can't say that Prime had 18 commitments in that first class. I can't.
It wasn't that he didn't have 18, but it was the players that he got, like the Niles Gaddys and the, you know what I'm saying, the Arthur Millers, they was really highlighted. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So on a number scale, no, he didn't. But
now, everybody didn't even make it to the campus, because I remember Maljean Jour was a part of that class. That was Niles Gaddy, Dylan Spencer. Let me see. It was a lot of, like you said, Aubrey Miller, Abdul Malik McClain.
Yeah, I remember that name.
Malik Abdul McClain. I keep saying his name, right? Forgive me for that. And speaking of, I actually talked to his mom, about him wanting that he has a desire to finish his degree and come back to Jackson State, and has preliminary conversations with Coach TC about it. Since Coach Prime has left, and hoping that maybe there's an opportunity there. We're not really sure, but when you look back at that class that came in, I'm trying to think of who was the highlight of that class. Was Nugget.
That he was the highly scouted, you know what I'm saying, player. You're right.
Right.
Like he had the buzz, like what not making a comparison, but he had that Travis Hunter buzz, because like remember everybody wanted him. He was like he was coming out that JUCO like he was Charles Woodson. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said, what about Martin and Marshall? Yeah, JD Martin has already announced that he's returning. I hadn't heard anything from Santee. But this is why I brought that up, bro, because I'm talking about K Lofton, you wrong about that. We good in that department. We working. Hey, don't put that out there. You're gonna run out of scholarships. No, we ain't. We got that. No, we ain't. I was told that today. Now I'm only saying that because I was like, where we at? And yeah, man, we gonna be just fine. Listen, there's kid. Let me tell y'all something.
We gonna be all
there
right.
are players that left under the previous staff that want to return.
And you know what's funny? It's funny you said that, Ken. I was sitting up here thinking about that today, and I was like, I said, you know what? A lot of people, even myself included, was kind of being hard. Not now publicly, no, I wasn't being hard, but I was like thinking some stuff. But I'm like, we being hard on these kids.
Yeah.
These boys are kids.
That part.
This right here is probably in their 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old life is probably one of the biggest decisions they probably had made so far. So this is a learning experience for these cats.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if we can't take it personal if they jumped in the portal, because again,
Yes.
they don't know any better. And then let's just be clear, it's no disrespect to anybody's parents, but they don't know football like that. So it's like they don't really know that particular direction to kind of steer them into, not unless you are a pro hardcore football parent. You feel what I'm saying? And
Right.
so, I'm gonna tell you the one that really, really hurt my heart was what's my boy number 3? Now I'm getting the memory
Kevin Coleman.
That was my biggest heartbreak, man, because Kevin Coleman was my favorite player. I don't know why that young man was my favorite player, but I'm like, that dude gonna be the dude. So, and it's like you said, I was under the impression that he was part of the quote unquote Louis bag, and it's funny how you're referencing in as luggage. But anyway.
I like what my man's what's his name from the Lit House.
Oh, Lit be going in, don't he?
And Lit be going in. Lit, you welcome to come on the channel, man. I know you're a fire starter, brother. We fire don't burn fire though. See, that's what you gotta understand. All fire ain't, you know what I'm saying? You got some fire that's in the house that could be lighting a candle that smell good. You get what I'm talking about? Fire don't burn fire. Come on the stream, brother, if you want to come on. But this is what he said. Some of that luggage got left behind in Jackson.
He so did. He said some of that luggage got left.
Some of that luggage got stuck in Jackson.
And this is the other thing is that, and this is for y'all that's listening, and because this is life, don't make important decisions based on a temporary feeling. Let me say that again. Don't make an important decision based on a temporary feeling. And that's exactly what, unfortunately, those young boys did. On that temporary feeling, they just did the wrong decision. And I think I love what somebody, did you see that, Ken, about the guy that was like, listen, some of y'all are in the portal, y'all need to apologize and ask for your scholarship back.
Coach Reed, Carl Reed, shout out to Carl Reed. He called it. I mean, I had to apologize to Carl because when he broke the news about Coach Prime, he was right. And I was emotional. So I said some things and I shouldn't have. And I apologize, but our relationship ain't been the same since, which is cool. And I stand on that. You know what I mean? Maybe one day we'll be, back in cahoots or whatever. I don't even know if we even have to, but he did say that. He was like, some of us at this point, you'll learn that, you make a mistake, you should apologize.
Because he was like, they ain't get your position because they need you. He said, but just be humble and apologize and ask, can you get your scholarship back? Because he said, y'all don't need to be in that portal like that.
Right. And it absolutely says a lot when you are a coach and you leave your coach hanging. And not saying that once you're in the portal, you're in the portal. But if you're thinking about coming back, you absolutely might want to come back because that scholarship at Jackson State just may not be guaranteed right now because, unless you're an offensive lineman, we'll take Willis Patrick back in a heartbeat. Them safeties, we'll take them back in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I got to step up to say for my man, we'll take Kevin Coleman back in a heartbeat.
Oh, without question. Actually, we'll take all our players back. For the most part,
be honest, they'll take them all back, brother.
That'll be great. Travis, what's up, brother?
Hi, Travis.
Travis, you on?
Unmute yourself, King. Maybe you're not ready to speak yet. Benjamin, we don't care. I'm just going. I read what you asked for. We really don't care. That's mud under the bridge. So thank you.
Who is Benjamin?
Somebody was trying to. Let me make sure I got the right name. I mean Roosevelt. We don't care, but thank you for letting us know.
What about Roosevelt? I didn't see nothing.
Did y'all know that Coach Brewster didn't coach because of the celebration? But we really don't care. That's past stuff.
Well, I mean, in regards to Bruce, yeah, I was aware of that. He tweeted some stuff. Coach Brew, that's my guy, man. But it is what it is. He's also the recruiting coordinator in Colorado, so they had a big weekend. Somebody had to stay behind.
But thank you for letting us know.
No, I don't know if he said that. I'm not aware of that. You'd have to tell me about that one. Travis, you on, bro? I don't know if. Oh, there you go. You off
What's
mute?
Good, bro? I was trying to find my AirPods. Man, how everybody doing?
What's going on, bro?
I just want to wish everybody a happy New Year's. I hope everybody Christmas went great.
He said if he stay in Jackson State, he might not get highly drafted or would be at risk of getting drafted. I don't know though. No, Kevin Coleman's a true freshman, brother. He got a wow. Kevin Coleman's not going to get drafted for at least 2 years. I mean, you're talking about a young man. My thing is this right here, and I'm gonna let you roll, Travis. If you're not getting the offers, if you want to go Power 5, listen to me, young men. If you want to go Power 5 and you're not getting the offers right now, and you're a young sophomore or a true freshman, how about you come back to Jackson State, ball out, and then go into the portal next year? I'm serious. I mean, if you're going to leave anyway, you might as well stay and get your stock up. Because one can make the case that Kevin Coleman could have had a better season. Could have. If he'd have been playing more. He didn't play as much as we think he played. Because the feature on the offense ran through Shane Hooks and Dallas Daniels, if we want to be real. Then you had Willie Gaines then you had DJ Stevens that did his thing. So if you want to be that guy, now I know he won Freshman of the Year for the SWAC, which some people argued about because they didn't think that he deserved it. You know, I wasn't going to argue that because I'm happy for him. But what I'm going to say is, if you're going to do it, why not come back and do it on the hands of you being – his name is Kate. It's 3 different. It's 3 different. Take the different route. And the different route could be go back to – because let me say this right here. He's a 4-star wide receiver. You want to know what comes a dime a dozen out of the portal? You can go close your eyes and touch a 4-star wide receiver in the portal right now.
Yep.
I'm sorry, you go any, mighty, mo. Which way you want me to go?
And with 7,000 being in that portal, that's a dude. 7,000
versus you coming back to Jackson State, like you say, put your head down, put the work in. You know you're gonna get that look, so it's a possibility you might be coming back as a sophomore, start catching that rock.
Let me say something else, man, about these stars, bro. You know what a 4-star, what some of the biggest problem for 4 stars are?
What?
The majority of them are 3 stars, but they have the mentality that they are 5-star. I'm not even kidding.
That's the league is made up of 3 stars.
The NFL has more 3 stars than any other star group, and that's rated. I'm gonna say it again. 4 stars, for the most part, a lot of them are really 3 stars, but they have the mindset that they are 5 stars. So here's what happens. Sometimes you think you're better than what you are. Sometimes you move as if you should be somewhere that you shouldn't.
Come on.
And sometimes that 3-star outwork you because he's hungry.
Wait a minute.
I'm just telling you, this is how this works. This is how it works.
For that one.
But Ken, you also said what you said is that, and I'm gonna keep saying it, but that Coach P didn't tell them don't run to the portal.
Oh, it's not what I'm saying. Like it's not about the rating. Do you know how to get I'm gonna give you a player. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna show you.
About the Raiders and how they dropped them.
I'm gonna show y'all something. Listen.
Whoever made that post, they totally missed the point you were saying.
You see this young man right here? He's a 0 star.
Wow.
You know why he's a 0 star? Because stars, for the most part, have a lot to do with money, camps, notoriety. And you know what? It has a lot to do with offers. So these dudes that rate these players aren't some experts.
Yeah.
Right.
They just they just have camps and they take your stars. They give you stars based off the offers. I see Coach Walker in the chat. Coach can definitely vouch for me on that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you get to them camps, you go to these camps that your mom and dad got to pay top dollar to get into. What's up, Austin?
All you need is your uncle or your daddy to be over it, or your friend.
You get
Travis went down one when he said he went to Jackson State and his star dropped.
It happens all the time because
he went to Jackson State. I'm like, wait a minute, how did you drop him?
They said PJ Haddon is a Michael Vick clone for real. You know who his favorite player, who he's patting his game behind? Lamar Jackson. And the kid was being recruited by some of the big players, but they backed off.
Sure did.
And they didn't pull the trigger.
It was checking out Haddon. I'm reading because I know you can't read them all.
He was no, I get it. I'm telling you, that's his story. And them stars don't mean a damn thing once you get to college.
They sure don't.
Can you ball?
Point blank, period. I'm
just telling you right now, man. Coach TC's building a squad right now that's going to be on players that want to get it out the mud and play for him. And they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder the size of Texas to prove to everybody that they can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a 3-star with a drive like a bear than a 5-star with all the talent in the world.
One thing I agree with that. One thing I got to give credit. So see what a 5-star is. You only get about 30 to 35 of them per class. I think this year we might have had 38, maybe. Max 40. They're considered a 5-star generational talent. You don't get many of those for each class. You don't. Travis Hunter is a 5-star.
When he signed at Jackson State, they turned him into a 4-star. I said, they are full of. I was so offended by that.
He didn't turn into no 4-star because they would have got called all the way out. That was Kevin Coleman. Kevin Coleman was a 5-star that was turned into a 4-star. He was a 5-star at one time, but I'm telling you now. I'm going to tell you another player that was a 5-star at one time. Did y'all know that Tony Gray was a 5-star at one time?
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Sure was.
I'm just saying. So, not knocking, I'm just saying Tony Gray got all the talent in the world.
Character.
Hold on.
I ain't gonna say character because he defended himself. I'm gonna take his word at it. He tried to get.
I didn't see him in person, bro. I've been around him like multiple times.
I'm with you.
I witnessed him tell a person when he first moved from Atlanta, he moved down. I was in Clinton, Mississippi at a Walmart. The lady basically told him he couldn't get his pictures because he came after hours. It wasn't like 2-3 minutes. It was like they had been closed 20-30 minutes. He was like, man, you was in Atlanta, we would have slapped you. And I turned and looked. I was like, look, bro, I don't know you, but you got that JSU gear in front of you on your chest. Don't do that. You know, Coach Prime got that phone call. That wouldn't be good. He's like, all right, bro, you right. And I ain't saying that that's, you know.
No. I'm with you. All I'm saying about Tony, I don't know, and you know more than I do. We know what we saw. We know what was out there, and we know that somehow he didn't finish the season with the team. So I know he entered the draft. We wish him well. That's all I can say. I know he played at Grayson. That's where Pollock coached at. And moving along. All I'm saying is, I'm just saying you got to work when you get to the next level.
And continue to work.
Can I speak about the water situation in Jackson?
Hey, man, where you from, my man?
So until you understand what's the system.
Where you from? Because I'm this seemed like somebody, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, Sobieski, Jimenez. But it seems like a lot of the stuff that you put out there is it comes from being on the outside looking in through like YouTube and like videos and stuff. Like,
yeah.
And they say it with their chest like they got fat.
Let me say this though, man. This is what you need to understand. The Jackson water situation is affecting more than just Jackson State students, man. It's a crisis that's being addressed, and yes, it can be. But you got 18 kids that just signed up to go to Jackson State. Because it's about the fact that it's not a Jackson State problem. It's a Jackson situation problem. And you don't know. And here's what I'm saying. You don't realize that you can cross state lines and go right over to one city where you can live at and not even have to deal with that issue. Because you don't understand the environmental racism that goes on in the city of Jackson.
That part.
Every surrounding city that a lot of these players could live in is not affected by that water situation. But it's affected within the city of Jackson. Byram too.
And we talking one bridge away. We talking one bridge away.
So what I'm saying is just like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I'm going to be respectful because I see you got an actual profile photo and you got your name on there. I'm just trying to educate you. Like, it can be challenging. So there's nothing to be honest about. It's a challenging situation for the citizens of Jackson, not just college kids, bro. So it's a Jackson, Mississippi issue that has to be addressed. And it seems to be, the money was given and we getting ready to get, hopefully we get that addressed. And it's a problem, man.
Speaking to that, I think
man. And these are Jacksonians that's on this stream, man. We don't need you to talk to them. I don't know where you're from, my man, but please stop talking about the Jackson situation, Jackson water situation. It is a problem.
Sabrinsky, or whatever your damn name is.
Matter of fact, I stay in Jackson right now, and we got low pressure in our actual whole neighborhoods. That has zero to do with JSU right now.
But man, how long we tried to have let me ask you, Jimenez. You sound like the Jimenez brothers. Is that power?
Wait a minute. I think the J is cited like Jose.
Jimenez. That's what I say, Jimenez. Yeah, the Jimenez brothers. So listen, man.
The Mendez brothers.
The Mendez. Man, let me move on, man. Water, like, it's a problem, bro. It's extremely low. Like, it's something that needs to be addressed, man. Like, bro, I just.
Let me say
Google it and understand why they hate Jackson, Mississippi, because it's 80% black, and that's the capital of Mississippi.
Make it make sense.
It's the racist places in the world. So, don't come in here with that if you ain't did your research, and quit getting clip based on everybody else, and don't come in here talking crazy. So,
Miss Henderson, to piggyback off that.
Oh, go ahead, my guy. Okay, I got relatives that stay in Baltimore. And ever since the great migrate that the former regime committed, they be like, man, y'all had Deion Sanders down there taking a bath.
And damn well, Stoney, I was mad.
And I said, bro,
let him finish.
Do y'all actually believe? I said, do y'all actually believe that Deion Sanders would be taking a damn bath in a hotel pool with that big ass house that he has in Madison, Mississippi? I said, all that.
I was beyond
and I was like, I said, whatever the mission that he is putting out there, I said, it's working. Because y'all actually believe
that he taking a shower and
taking a damn bath in a hotel pool.
Stoney, and he worth $45 million. When I saw that bullshit, I'm sorry, Ken, and Lord forgive me. I was all in my feelings. I know you. I was like, really? You really walked in that pool? And
hey, Stoney.
Yes,
since
sir.
You want to post about the water, we just had a hard freeze come across pretty much the whole South. I bet you he won't. It's 4 major schools in the city of Texas right now without water. The only difference is they ain't in the fucking national spotlight. They ain't got water neither. You don't see nobody talking about them.
See that?
Texas A&M was one of them. Politics.
Because y'all quit believing what y'all saw. Deion Sanders did not take a shower, a bath in a
Well,
pool.
that was during the hard freeze last year when they was.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I understand. I get it, Ken. But I just refuse to believe that the only bath that man could take was to take his ass at the hotel. You cannot make me believe that, man.
Stony, his net value is $45 million.
And then I'm gonna tell you another narrative.
Keep it moving. We can't stay on Deion. Keep it moving.
Okay,
I get it. But
I'm joking. But go ahead.
You right.
It's one more narrative that really pissed me off, and even still to this day, people that live in Jackson is still running with this shit. That man's truck did not get broken into in Jackson. It was goddamn Madison.
Point is that people steal wherever.
That's what I'm saying.
Now I said that, and somebody said in the comments, we have to stop making excuses for crime. And I'm like, we're not making excuses. We're just saying that it happens anywhere. No one wants crime to happen.
Yeah, Deion told Shiloh that when he walked in on the video, he was like, "We need to talk to Jackson," and Deion was like, "Son, crime happens everywhere, not just Jackson."
Yeah.
And then for him to fix his mouth when he was doing that damn interview and say, "Man, and there's no crime down here." Nigga, they just had a mass shooting.
Come on, man.
Stony, come bring it in.
Reel it in, bro.
All right, my bad. Let me breathe.
Come on. Do I need to do this?
We were doing good, man. Now we know.
All right, my bad. All right.
Down the Deion depot. It's all right.
All right, let me mute myself.
Control that passion, my guy. Control the passion.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. That's just like, look, it's like this, and I'm gonna stop. I might have a crackhead uncle. I might have a whore for a grandmama. I can say that, but you can't talk about it. So you can't talk about my city and me not defend it. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm with you.
Hey, I feel the same way, bro.
And also for the people who don't understand, Jackson State is a lot of people in the Jackson surrounding areas have. So we take it to heart, just like nothing else. We can go to that game for 2 hours, listen to the sonic boom, stand up and cheer. They put on a blues song, and we go all be singing it together.
Well,
and we go be in unity. We just for this 2 hours, we good, and we gonna be together, letting us know we gonna be all right.
Hey, you know what? I'm not, and Stoney know, Mark know I'm messing with him, because here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. We still got to get past that documentary.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's really finna turn.
And I don't even listen. I say that not knowing what's gonna be on it. I'm just saying. Somebody asked a question, right? And I thought about it today. Somebody said, "Well, why is he still talking about us? He got a documentary coming out.
He got to stay in the tweets.
Got a documentary coming out." But I said this earlier. 3 documentaries. Jackson didn't get no money out of that. We got no royalties in that.
Not nothing.
I know of. I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody let me know.
That's prime on prime.
That's prime on prime.
Prime on prime.
So, and it is what it is. That's why we got to do the work to build the infrastructure, man. So we need.
I think it's December 29th, isn't it? Somebody asked when is it coming out?
This week?
29th.
Yeah, this week.
Hey, to pick up what Rochelle was saying, for some of us in Jackson, man, them 2 hours at that football game, that allows some people in Jackson to escape the everyday stuff.
Man.
That's what they don't understand either.
Let me get personal right quick, because Ken know this.
Hold on, pause.
They still turned up. They still turned up.
They still don't get it, but go ahead on. We're not.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone, man. I'm gonna leave
it. Please do.
You know what, Mario Gunter, you right. We did.
Mario Gunter, God bless you, my guy. Happy New Year.
You're right. Go ahead, bro.
But 2 years ago, I was at one of my most darkest places, and you remember I done told you about this, Ken. My only small salvation that I had was when I tuned into that radio or whatever, or look on my phone to watch that game, bro. For them 2 hours, my problems was gone, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, it's something that Rochelle hit on to put it out there, because I'm a man. I was homeless. So when you was talking about the homeless situation, I've been there just 2 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So you never know the small impacts that, like I said, just me, like, yo, we winning now. You know, it gave me a reason to tune in. It gave me a reason, like, you know what?
It's a necessary distraction.
Yes.
Oh my God. And
Yes.
but I'm just saying, you know, I could write a book off of my testimony, just off of what, you know what I'm saying, watching these games. And
well, you know what, bro? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Do you know this? Do you know this is why I open the streams up? People ain't figured that out yet. Some people haven't.
We need
because people need. Everybody don't get it out. Like, I see people be in the chat, but anybody's welcome to come on and express themselves, because I understand the importance of expression.
You ain't never heard Ken? This is Ken Clark with Therapy Session. You ain't never heard
it? but look at what Jeremiah put out there. Jeremiah, there's a lot of things that we're at fault at. That's why I said we got some skin in the game, but sometimes here's what I'll say to you about that. You're right. But sometimes the light could be so bright that it blinds you from seeing the obvious. And here's what I mean, bro. Like,
I know where he's going.
You can give over holistically to something that you, especially when you blinded by faith. You mix a little Jesus and a little God in there, people, we gonna eat that up like filet mignon, man. And and unfortunately, like I said, in the end, the reality of it is that it did create a chaotic situation, like Rochelle said days ago, and now we're gonna not make that mistake again. You follow what I'm talking about? So it's not it's okay though. Like I said, I think a lot of the things that we can pull from that is it's a learning experience. And now look at what we're doing now. Like, we doing some amazing collective efforts, man, because of everything. And like I said, I don't get into the I just let people say what they say, and let whatever you say is what you say, and you got to stand on that. It's not here for me to judge it or not judge it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how that works, in my opinion. So,
man, the way I look at the Coach Prime situation is, I'm glad it actually happened, because you got to say, I think God used Prime in two different ways that he didn't realize it. Like, he had the destination to get to, and I think God was like, y'all got the potential, but I just need to give y'all that light to show y'all where y'all wrong at and where y'all can get. And I think
absolutely.
If we hadn't had Coach Prime and that situation and that blueprint, we wouldn't have been able to do what we did with TC. I mean, TC was prime for this situation. Like, I mean, this is like a movie, honestly.
Well, we've always had the potential.
We just didn't know it.
And one of the things, even you see this that transpire even in the entertainment industry in our community. How many of our best and brightest that come out of Jackson get exploited because of their lack of understanding of the game?
Yep.
I use an example, Reese and Bigelow. I'm outside of the club and you think that was Reese and Bigelow. But it came out through Bone Crusher, because guess what happened? Somebody snatched that up and yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, I'm saying you got a lot of local artists that are hot that could do a lot of great work, but they never really get the time. And then when they do, sometimes their efforts are, preyed on by others. And that's an old tactic in the industry. You go get the little young ignorant joker and steal all his rhymes, and then you take it and run it back to your big platform, and you do. Not saying, I'm not, just follow me what I'm saying. I'm not talking about Dion when I say that. What I'm saying is, you're right. Sometimes we needed to see the potential of what we could do, but we were numb. He did say that our cars had been parked for a long time. He was right. You know what I'm saying? We were complacent.
He was right.
So a lot of what you're seeing is us come out of the complacency that we've been in. And honestly, had we not had Dion come and go, we wouldn't be fired up like we are now. So that's just how that goes. James Holland, come on, brother. How you doing?
Hi, James.
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing?
Doing wonderful. Appreciate you coming on, brother.
Good. Say, I just wanted to flip the narrative off Dion for a few seconds and kind of shine the light back on you, Ken.
Oh, okay.
If you know Thad from Reed Enterprise, he's one of my good friends.
I do. I know Thad very well.
His mother was my advisor when I was at Jackson State. Dr. Franklin is near and dear to me, the late great Dr. Franklin.
Right.
So for Niles Gaddy to put your name on that post, I really want to speak to when we say family at Jackson State, that's exactly what we mean. And to me, when he put your name on there, that was big. That really meant something because I always shout out the late great Dr. Franklin for she was the reason why I actually went to grad school. She's the reason why I ended up at the University of Kansas for grad school.
Yep.
And then Dr. Over there in speech and dramatic arts, Dr. Henderson. He's the reason why I can do public speaking now. And so I mention this because for Gaddy to mention your name, it speaks to the epitome of what family means. And no matter how many people putting stuff in your ears, you know the people that pushed you and that were there for you, right, and that encouraged you and spoke up for you, no matter what the other figures were saying against you. That's what we at Jackson State have always done. That's what we've always received, and that's what we've always given. And so I'll say this in closing. Mr. Short that's coming from Southern, he put in his chat on Instagram, he put, wow, something to the effect of, this Jackson State family is serious. And so
I spoke with him tonight, by the way. We got him scheduled for Wednesday to interview.
Okay. So I responded to his message on Instagram is that's what you get when you come to 1400 J.R. Lynch Street.
Facts.
And you know those that are there that will be truly family. I said, you don't believe me, just ask JT4 at the Detroit Lions.
Absolutely.
How he was treated at 1400 J.R. Lynch Street versus how he was treated at Florida. And so, all these, I call them Primericas, Primericas. Just know we're gonna be all right. We always gonna be all right because we're gonna take care of our own. But that's all I wanted to say, brother.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it. Feel free to stay on. Man, we got a lot that came on. Hey, 06, Stony back. Randy up next. What's up, Randy?
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Oh, you got it, baby. What's going on?
I just want to say congrats, man, to the team that's like forming now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at a point where like you guys not gonna miss a beat, and
that's the expectation.
And that's awesome, man. That's awesome, and you're gonna mess around and be a head recruiter in a minute.
Hey, man, my nephew called me and said, he said, man, if you JSU recruiter, man, just let me know, man. You holding out on me, man.
I'll tell you, man. You might as well go ahead and quit your job and go ahead.
Hey, man, I gotta grow this platform up. If they want me to go full time, I got to be sustained by the community. I got to make sure I'm good.
That's
you
right.
know.
Can recruit whisperer.
Man, listen, I'm a salesman by trade, by profession, but I'm a community organizer by blessing, and I'm just a mentor, man, by mission. You know what I mean? Since my and I tell everybody, man, I to see my nephews be 30 years old and in their 30s, man, and me being the youngest of 5 when I lost my brother when I was at Jackson State, and just being, I guess I was the closest in age to his oldest. So his most successful son followed me to Austin, and being just a figure, man, and pouring into him and just kind of advising. I always knew sometimes you go through stuff, and it's a shout out Mark, because I know he just mentioned some stuff. Sometimes we go through stuff, bro, and we don't even know it ain't even for us. It's because that, God gonna use us later to minister unto his own. And that story really belongs to him, because in the end, what you went through, when you overcome it, it's not about you, it's about the overcomer. So your story is really about him. But see, you're able to advise and minister through experience, and you're able to look a man in his eyes, and you're able to touch his heart, because he know you come from a place that's meant out of love, and that you see where they are, and you see what they're struggling with. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you give them just enough to allow them to make their own decision, but you play out the scenarios. I've never told a player never to automatically choose Jackson State. I'll use Josh Rice as an example. I got him over to Jackson. He was on his recruiting visit to Albany. I said, bro, don't think about Jackson State while you're on your visit. You need to lean into that visit. You need to enjoy every aspect, every moment of it. Because what I don't want to do, I don't want you to choose Jackson State because I told you to. Wear the uniform, enjoy the environment, and then when you come to Jackson, you compare the two, then you go sit down with your family and y'all decide what's best for you. I would love for you to be at Jackson State, but I'm just not gonna push you down that direction, because it don't do nothing for me, and I don't want to come back. And to this day, that young man could come to my house right now. He's from the same community I live in, and we break bread, I feed him, make sure you got something to eat, bought him cleats, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we roll. We like my man James just said, it's truly the I love, and it's truly a family, because to come from where we come from and to be where we are, I speak for me, I come from nothing. So to have something is actually the abnormal part of it. We got to get used to having some things, but going back to where we come from is easy. We was made out of trauma and all that turmoil. Now that wasn't normal, but that was our normal. So people don't understand. That's why we so damn hospitable, because we like, bro, you can't be no worse than what we went through. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right, dog. Hold your head up. You know what I'm saying? Hold your head up. And let go watch these Jack State Tigers, man. That's how it was.
That's right.
06.
Hey, how you
What's
doing?
good? I'm wonderful. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing better, because I've
You
been
better.
sick.
You been sick?
Yes, for a whole week. I've been sick.
You know what? I've been. You see, you know what? I think it was Atlanta.
Yeah, of course. It was.
Because I've been dealing with this little mucus. I've been taking Mucinex. I got the oil of oregano, the black seed oil. I done went and read up on vitamins, Claritin, emergency. I took all of it and tried to do an interview and damn near I damn near passed out trying to do an interview. I was high off medicine. I was just sitting there like,
yeah,
really down. I'm serious.
No,
I did all of that once. Hey, go ahead. That ain't about me. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Hi, everyone else on the panel. Ken, I don't know if you've mentioned when if you guys are going to interview Stephen McGee.
Oh, well, you best believe we are.
Oh man, thank you, because he is so dynamic. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait until that one drops.
We working through the we trying to line them up. And we working on it. She said, LaDon said, I'm so congested. I'm telling you, man, this mucus came with the mucus that come out of Atlanta. I think that mucus was at the strip club, and like you ever watched it? You remember the commercial with the little mucus dudes? Yeah. The little ugly mucus dude. That's like that. Them things, man, listen, them things look like they've been taking Mucinex and all the stuff that we take just so it can build resistance. And it's like I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm still not 100%. So, like I said, I've been down for a whole week.
That mucus had a good old time. I know folks that left Atlanta that had COVID, everything. I'm like, man.
Joshua said his whole family sick. It had to be Atlanta.
Man, Atlanta, we come out and we lost the coach, we lost the game, we lost our health.
I lost my voice. It was bad.
But we gained our coach, TC. We're going back to Atlanta with TC.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm
whoop
so
South
proud of
Carolina State.
him.
That's what we're gonna do.
I sent Coach Owa a message, and
call right there.
Yeah, I just told him I was just so proud of them, and that everybody's behind them, rooting for them, and just keep going. We gonna follow.
That's right. Said, what's good, brother?
Said it in the house. Yeah, said it. Man, look at here. I was just like that brother yesterday with my boy, giving him all these crazy gifts and all this old stupid mess that these kids be wanting for Christmas. But man, when I looked at my phone yesterday and saw all those recruits coming in.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I started comparing our class to their class. I'm not gonna lie. I did. Amen. 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 And I started watching film on some of these guys. I'm talking about from Batman to Sion to your home team, Spencer. Spencer was. I didn't know Spencer was the number one of the top receivers to come out of Mississippi this year.
He is. Absolutely.
Until I saw him.
Yep.
And I said, "Look at T.O. run."
Man, he's special.
Guy.
Hey man, look at him, man.
Cedric,
Coach TC, Coach O. Now I see what that was. Basically, they were recruiting these guys and putting Prime on the phone and say, "Hey, you want to come?" They were doing it, because there's no way that we get recruits like that. No way. And this Mad Hatter dude.
Oh, say that again. Pause.
Right.
Oh, what did you say? You said they were putting Prime on the phone.
I'm saying no. I'm saying wow.
He's saying that he basically saying that when Prime was there, he really was doing the leg work. They was throwing him on the phone at the end. He actually admitted to that. He basically told him like,
I can actually also make a case that some of these kids came without actually talking to Prime. But go ahead.
Yeah, and
I was about to pounce.
Oh no, man! I ain't giving them. I'm sorry. Now. Let's just. I'm gonna be real. I'm still disappointed in it. So I mean, it's past the mad part. It's just being a successful black man, and we don't do that.
So pause for a second. Keep it real, Denver. I appreciate you for tuning in 30 minutes down from Boulder. I know y'all excited about your class, but the same thing make you laugh, make you cry. Just keep that in mind.
Okay, but look at our class compared to theirs.
Well, I can't. I'm gonna be real with you. I can't because I ain't looked at it.
So, okay, well, all I know is we got.
I do know they got
stars coming in.
Got a loaded
and all
class.
I know is we got the number one JUCO quarterback coming in. Then we got the Mad Hatter coming in after then. Then we got wide receivers. Then our defensive backfield is so loaded. I mean, linebackers, because I checked out the boy from Troy, and he's a headhunter. He's just undersized, and he's really like a havoc. I'm gonna tell you who he reminds me of, and this, and I guess I'm gonna show my age on this one, but he reminds me of back when Ray Lewis and all those guys on the team, but the smallest guy was Rohan Marley.
Yep.
He reminds me of him. Like, that same type of tenacity. I'm talking about probably ain't no more than 200 pounds soaking wet, but would knock you, out the game. And man, I'm excited, man.
Yeah, we got.
I mean, when I say I'm excited, it's like right now, those young men that's in the portal, that's on the bubble, they will be a fool not to come back to Jackson State this year.
But I would
If
say,
I was some of their parents, I would tell them, hey man, I get it, but y'all probably need to come back because Jackson State building something. Coach TC building something next year that we're gonna be so fast and we're gonna be so precise and then just deep at all. So all these True Thompsons and all these guys and Mike Please, because I know Mike Please, I actually know the dad. He owns a we've done business together in the past. And I was talking to him. Matter of fact, I wished him Merry Christmas yesterday. He did the same to me. But you know, there's a lot of guys that's in their portal that haven't been picked up. They may want to come on back to the Jack. Because from what I've been seeing, as far as these recruits coming in, and the crazy part about it is Isaiah Spencer, #1 wide receiver in Mississippi, but I was seeing some other wide receivers that committed to us. You know, the guy from Arkansas, and then this little guy, it's a little bitty guy, little old runt man from Natchez, Mississippi, that can take the cover off the ball. I was looking at his stats on Max Prep. This boy was averaging like some games. He was averaging like 50 yards a catch.
Yeah. He's a stud, man. I'm gonna pause you right there for a second because I know you said a lot, and I know Michelle looked like she about to lose her mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Look, I just wanted to say that City said was in the house. I'm listening, and man, I'm so happy about this class.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I'm gonna take off Rochelle. And I got to put on the therapy hat. I got to. And I'm doing it for two reasons. It's a quote that says that can God trust you with greatness? Right? So for instance,
Randy, I gotta mute you by the way, because you always sound like you eating cracklings over there, but go ahead. Randy, no, I'm messing with you.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's the signal though. I don't know. It always be something, but go ahead.
All right, we got an iPad. If he's touching his things, it can be just as noisy. But no, for real, y'all, listen, because I'm looking in the chat. And so this is what I mean.
By the way, is the #1 wide receiver out of Mississippi, by the way. From going to Mississippi State out of Starkville, I think. But go ahead.
Now, so to my family in the chat that's losing their mind because we got trolls. God be wanting to take us to high places, but we can't handle the peons we got right here. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. If these little peons got us this disrupted and disturbing our Holy Spirit, man, how can God take us to bigger places because we can't handle where we at right now? So like with Brother Cedric, we're not like what Jackson State is doing is for us. We don't even need to compare to what Colorado is doing because we don't care. Concentrate on us and celebrate us because I'm going to keep saying none of this, I believe with all my heart and spirit, would not have transpired if it wasn't for the chaos that we had to have to make us grow. So again, instead of a lot of us that we keep trying to say he did wrong, but if it wasn't for what he did, we wouldn't be doing what we got right now. God had to put a light under our asses because we got comfortable. Facts. And that part we have to own. But some of y'all still want to give excuses to do the but. No, Kenan said it and I said it. We have to own. And the thing about it is we are learning from the mistakes that we made. But this is the thing, the lesson will keep coming back if you don't learn the lesson. I really believe God gave us like a slap and a hug at the same time, Ken. Like he slapped us with the shock, but he hugged us and held us, and look what's happening to us now. So just take it for what it is. These folks is gonna be around even more because apparently, based on what Ken been dropping, some other names finna bust up in here that he can't tell us because he going, I can't say nothing right now. But some
I know two right off the bat. I can name. I ain't gonna say nothing though.
So my whole thing is
they ain't gonna right. Y'all always gonna get us right. I can't even say try no more. Try is out of my. Go ahead.
I mean, so let's just celebrate. This is the thing.
Yeah.
We want this greatness. Let's accept this greatness. Let's embrace this greatness. And we need to let God know we can handle the greatness. Because if not,
Yeah.
He gonna put you back where your mindset is. See, some of y'all God can't take you where you want to go because your mindset's so small, you'll destroy the very thing that you want because you're not ready for the greatness of it all. I'm ready for
We
the
need to
celebration
organize.
mode.
Yeah. With greatness comes a greater obstacle. It also
Responsibility.
comes a greater level of opposition. I mean, I like I said, I don't necessarily, you don't have to agree with me, but I'll be the first to defend your right to have an opinion, especially on this channel. You know, just be respectful though. You know what I mean? Can't always give you what you want. You just have to read between the lines.
People need to realize we don't want to be like Colorado, and Colorado damn sure can't beat us.
They do. They want to so bad though.
Say that again. I missed that.
I said what people need to realize is we don't want to be like Colorado, and Colorado ain't got a chance in hell to be us. You can't turn mayonnaise into barbecue sauce. It just don't work.
Oh boy.
Be like Jackson State.
Oh my goodness.
Ken, something I want to say, man, is something I've never witnessed before. But when what's the kid we got coming? What's his name? Asias. Man, this boy had yeah, Mr. Guthrie. This boy had a whole party.
He did, bro.
A party,
by the way,
man.
bro, I should have got that invite, dog. Is your boy listening? And then he want to meet the whole Jack. Got a meet and greet coming up when he get to Jack.
Like, man, this cat had a whole. It was almost like he had an album release party. It was thick in there. Like, come on, man. Like, when they start doing that.
Wait a minute. I'm like
album release party.
I'm like Drewski. What do you mean by that? What do you say?
It was thick.
My goodness. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Colorado trying to be. Man, listen, man. Let them folk do what they do over there in 30 minutes, whatever direction from Colorado, man, from Denver. I don't approach none of this stuff with emotions anymore. I just try to get. It's so much we can get from it. So much meat. Michelle, what are you saying?
I'm agreeing with you, boy. You better say that, but let me tell you something. See, this is my truth. Travis came in here and messed me up because I didn't know he was a little red-haired white man, and he didn't know.
You didn't know.
Yeah, you look.
I always know Travis. Hey, you know what?
I'm glad
I said
somebody
that when
said
Travis got on the screen, I said Travis gonna mess up a lot of people. He gonna make us laugh. Right? I already do it. I've been knowing with Travis. I'm saying like. When he went on the screen, I was looking at the chat like, how many people gonna say, "Hey, no, Travis was a white
man"? Ken, I was just thinking when he popped up, I was like, the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
I said, well, I be
damn. Part of the Twitter crew.
I said, "Well, I be
Hey, listen, y'all didn't get the hint the other time. I did say I was graduating. I did say I went to pro line.
Yeah, he said that all the way. I already knew it. We friends, so I already knew what he looked like.
Everybody said I was like, ain't nobody that's gonna dress the Travis White with a little red head.
Boy, oh boy, that's too funny.
Man, I knew when he popped up on the screen. You remember that scene from the Dave Chappelle show when he was when he had the hood on like the clan, and everybody went crazy. They were like, "What the hell?"
He's talking about Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah, when he took the man, I was like, when he popped up on the screen, I was like, "What the hell?"
That's too funny. They said Travis got that John B. starter kit. They own you now, dog. They own you, dog. I can't say
it. Look, straight power wall, man.
That's exactly.
Travis True Blue, man. That's the homie right there, man.
That's it. Well, I be that.
What I say, man. We ain't. Yeah, man. Only it's about that blue and white, man. That's what it's about. You know what I mean?
And
So,
he loves Jackson State. He
without
sure
question, he true blue to the heart.
Yep.
Oh, he went to Provine, riding in traffic and walked to the school from the high school.
He down the street.
Shoot, man. Listen.
Man, I went to Reigns, I went to John Hopkins, I went to all of them, man.
Ain't no damn way you went to John Hopkins, man. Come on now.
I've been around, man. I grew up in the Queens, man. I've been around.
See that?
Boy, the Queen boys got them a wife. I'm through, man. It's a wrap.
I've been around on a little bit now.
That was a good one, man. That was a good one, man.
Boy, look, the shock factor.
While we giving y'all this high quality, high grade entertainment, donate to the channel.
Man.
Yeah. Send your boy South.
Travis messed up a whole lot of people in the chat. I just want you to know that. Travis?
They said Travis a Ram. I would have guessed Merle or Forest Hill. Why you got this?
Don't do me like that, Gray Beard. Don't do me like that.
No, but I'm a Merle Mustang. I said I'm a Musty Jaguar. Mustang Jaguar. I went to Merle 9th to 10th grade, man, and finished up at Madison Central. But yeah, man, Reigns, Northwest, and Provine.
Hey, but you can ask Forrest Hill Merle about that court, that football field, and that baseball field, though. You can ask him about it.
This man said he had to live on Queen Elizabeth. Boy, you stupid. Oh, it take Jeremiah to do that.
How you know?
Nah, it's all good, man. And Queen salute, brother. All love. No doubt. But yeah, man.
That was a good laugh. I ain't waiting to lie to you.
Well, you cleared a lot of, you know what I'm saying, mucus, whatever the heck that was, them little Magic City mucus bugs out my throat, man. Telling you, boy. Hey, Stone, man. Hey, man, them things went down there to 06. Whew, my goodness. I can't even get it out.
Look, before Rochelle said what she was gonna say, I was just gonna say, I was gonna try to be a smart ass and say, look, I don't know what kind of infused popcorn that Rochelle eating, but I know I want some because she back there just jiggling and hype.
Listen,
I was gonna come on and give us a show.
This was funny though, but Travis messed me up. I was like, there ain't nobody else gonna say nothing, okay?
It take you to say it though. I already knew it was coming. I was waiting on that one. That's what made it so funny because I was waiting.
Hey man, I think this playback gonna make you get monetized, bro. Yeah, because bro, that one really messed me up. When he popped up, I was like, what the hell?
Bunny, listen, first of all, I ain't drunk because somebody gave me this stuff for my birthday, but it's Kool-Aid. Ain't got a 7%. What the world? What is that? That's that Stella Roster. So I just had to drink it. So I'm not lit. Oh, you would know if I was lit though.
Yeah.
Travis, did you play Little League football? Oh, he left. God dog it.
Nah, he probably popped back on.
Okay, somebody asked the question. That was a good laugh. You made my stomach hurt. That was a good one. I promise you.
Queens.
I said, did I know that all the time? Of course I knew it all the time. Mama, what's up, man?
Oh God, boy, I had my laugh for the night, bro.
What's going on, Mama?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's good, bro? What's happening with you?
Hey.
What's on your mind, bro?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to be a part of the collective conversation. You know, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I'm glad the words that came out of your mouth earlier that TC is now going to get the big boys up front. You know, we need depth in that department. Let me ask you a question though. Number 57. What's his name? Is he still on the team?
You talking about Niles Gaddy?
Yeah.
You breaking up, bro, and you muting in and out.
You in the matrix.
Go ahead. There you go. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I was saying 47. That's the linebacker.
Baron Hobson. He's still in the portal right now. He's not. I mean, I'll say this to somebody that was. I know one of the things that we talked about. I'll say that the Jackson water situation has definitely been has taken its toll on some of the players, and I say he's one of them that would definitely like to talk to, and I reached out, see if I can get some more intel on that, but as of right now, he's still in the portal. Doc, you up next? What's up, bro?
Man, what's going on, dog? Just finished that interview with Tristan and Size earlier. So, you know what I'm saying? Two good kids. So, hey, I like them. I like what TC, like I said, I like what TC doing. I like Niles coming back to the school. So he got running back. You know what I'm saying? Most of these, the kids that's coming back, man, shoot, they feel like they got a bad taste left in their mouth from after the Celebration Bowl. So, they got something, like literally, I think they got something to prove. So I mean, I think that's my 2 cents right there. They got something to prove, and just like you said,
Who the hell is J27? I ain't mean to cut you out. That ain't Jalen, is it? Jalen, that ain't you, is it? J27, that ain't. I don't think that. Let me make sure.
I don't know. Maybe.
Might be. Jalen, that's you. Let me know if that's you, man.
I don't think so.
Said J27 is acting out.
No
J27 to see. Oh, okay. A CU fan. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
weird, man.
Yeah, just ignore it. Colorado fan. Y'all gonna be in the damn chat singing why he did us like that in about 2 years.
What?
So he's been very negative. Hey man, where my moderators at? Whack the motherfucker. If he cutting up, I can't see everything.
You ain't gave me the moderation button. Give me the button.
I'll do that to you. Yeah, you got Rochelle, you ain't got no moderation. Okay, I'm gonna bless you.
I ain't got not one button.
I'm finna elevate you.
Let me see.
I'm gonna elevate you to moderator.
Hey, make sure drinking no yellow tail.
Diamond still here because she was Diamond. Just let me know where they at, boy. Just call me the names, baby. We just go.
It's several minds out here.
Hey, Ken.
Wonderful powers.
Yeah.
Activate.
Since we all know now, I think I need one of those special pairs of shoes. Since we all know.
I'm trying.
Obviously going to get him one just because.
Yeah.
Man, how do I even find these damn things? I'm tripping. Oh, there I go.
Al is a moderator, Ken. He can do it. Amber is one. I think
Well, I
Diamond
gotta get Rochelle, where you at? You say something in the chat.
I got to go to the chat.
Well, no, just say something.
Say something.
Yeah, Diamond said she got it.
Travis, you on twice?
No, that's a Travis Brewer and another Travis.
No, that's the same.
That's the same.
Yeah, I had a
That's
hop
the same
in
Travis?
my computer, bro.
Yeah, that's the same Travis.
Oh, okay.
Rochelle, leave a comment. Leave a comment, Rochelle.
I gotta go. Okay, see, you can't do comments when you're on stage, so I gotta go on my phone. Hold on.
Yeah, she's gonna have to go out and come back.
Yeah, just leave a comment. It's all right. I can't go all the way back up. I think I can. No, I can't.
She's about to come in from her phone.
Yeah, we don't get out of the way. I'm finna elevate a few folk. There you go.
Okay, I just typed hey.
There you go. You blessed.
We blessed and highly favored.
You put in that thing. Hold on. There it is. Yeah. I see them. Everybody, all y'all got everybody. I see all them wrenches in the chat. As long as I see the wrenches in the chat, we good. You can go whack them. We ain't gonna play like this.
I just don't understand why they're here. Like, it's so much content.
There's a reason why they
regardless, Colorado, like, go there. Why come over here with us?
They still hot.
Well, I mean, the reality of it is that a lot of them are just, they want to see everything that's out there. You know what I mean? Like working on somebody put Kamani, he just might land that dude. But man, listen, it's like this right here. Coach got a documentary coming up, but the reality of it is this right here, honestly. If we be real about it, I just get tired of getting on my timeline seeing the same stuff talked about. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the chatter is coming from one side. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the stuff that's being said, in my opinion, the forced narratives, the forced conversations, all this. So, have you ever? Everybody on this chat has had a condemned conscience before, haven't you?
Yeah,
I know what that feels like. When you got a condemned conscience, you overtalk. You try to explain yourself away into things that, as somebody said, man, you saying no, it just looked that way. If you believe what you're saying, why you keep talking about it? I'm serious.
Ken, let me ask you a question. Do you think people are, well, I don't think he can even say anything that's not already known. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else can he talk about that nobody knows at this point? Or think that they know. You know what I'm saying? So
a better question. At what point does what he's saying, in relation to Jackson State become numb? At what point does it become
chatter?
It just becomes, frivolous chatter, like Rochelle said. Where it loses.
It's not in his mouth.
Let me make a point real quick.
It's gonna be that bad.
All right, somebody always talking about leveling up, and let me say this right here. The reality of the matter is, I had a conversation with a good friend today, just talking business. And the culture. You see what's happening with these recruits, the energy that's behind these recruits, the energy that's behind JSU and the wave and up. Man, it's something about when the culture collides with, when the culture gets momentum. Let me say it that way. We make things move, Randy. We do.
Okay.
And I feel like he sold himself short, honestly. Because the money that he would have got would be far greater than what he's got right now.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
The money that was coming behind it, the movement was lucrative, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even BSing. The amount of corporations and companies that could have got behind this wave, he had them eating out of their hands, bro. We got College Game Day to come to Jackson. College Game Day came to Jackson.
Right.
He was making shit move, bro.
And that was just a scratch of the surface, too.
It was just the beginning. Like, bro, that $5 million, $8 million, whatever you want, that ain't worth. You could have got that, and you could have been a martyr, bro, for the movement. You could have been you could have went down as a but again, some people just.
You're right, Ken. I believe
I'm just
that
saying,
too.
like that. Just I'm saying, think about it. You're talking about another level.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Stay out that chat, man.
What just happened?
Oh, something just hit me. Just hit me. So you sit down on a platform and you want to talk about alumni giving. And your son was literally 1 year away from being an alum.
Yep.
But Ken, you know what?
Listen to what I'm saying, brother.
Right. Go ahead.
These are millionaire kids, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Shiloh is going to be the greatest Sanders ever from a Jackson standpoint because Shiloh stayed down. He's going to graduate from Jackson State. I'm serious, bro. Even if he left after next year, I know people ain't going to want to hear that, but this is all I'm saying. It's the reason why I say you sold yourself cheap. I'll give you a question, Randy.
Mm-hmm.
If I could give you $30 million,
right?
Now I'll do it this way. If I can give you $5 million today,
mm-hmm.
or I can give you 5 million loyal friends, which one would you take?
5 million loyal fans?
Friends.
Oh, friends?
Yep.
It depends on what I have. Like, what do I have?
Let me tell you why you take the friends.
No. Well,
Go ahead.
I was just
why?
saying that because I think it was just as simple as getting his staff paid. I think that was
doesn't that was gonna pay for that too.
Exactly.
Let me explain it to you. $5 million.
That ain't nothing.
Hold on, but that's what they paid him, and then he left without even the contract being signed. But let's keep moving. $5 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
5 million loyal friends. If I got 5 million loyal friends, I can ask all 5 million feeding of my friends give me $1.
$1.
Yep.
Follow me now.
I got you.
I can turn around with that $5 million,
mm-hmm.
start a business,
mm-hmm.
selling product,
mm-hmm.
t-shirt company. Hold on. I can ask all 5 million of my friends, my loyal friends, to buy one t-shirt.
For $10.
I get that. I totally get that.
Here's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm telling you. The culture was going to pay this man in ways that Colorado can't, bro.
Yeah.
Preach.
That's a fact.
But Ken, I really don't think that it was about that. I really don't.
What you think it was about, Randy?
I think he simply.
Hey, you know what though? Real talk. Like, if we being real about something, like the money that was cut. Like, here's what I'm saying. The reason why people can poo-poo on it right now is because what was there doesn't exist right now. It was coming. It was all they said we coming, like, you know, like it was coming. So just in the instance of that, he did what he chose to do. I'm not condemning it. I'm just saying I'm giving you a different scenario.
I get it though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and people can take it how they want to take it, but when we talk in that situation, I don't approach the situation with emotions like that. Like, I really don't. I'm just saying, like, when you're thinking about it, you think about so somebody was saying, well, I see the NFL guys are saying, well, his son, he really wanted his son to get to the next level, but they're saying that his son, this is why I was pushing 1 year. That his son, this is why. Who is that? Who's that? Who's that? Meet your phone a bit. So I was saying 1 more year with Shador, then you leave. He graduates, is a year stronger. But some people were saying, well, if he struggles this year in Colorado, then it was smart for him to leave when he left because he got another year to redeem himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like injury or whatever. So listen, I understand the paying his staff, because let me say this. Let me help your point. Every staff member that did not stay, Weeks, Ricard, Morton,
got a raise.
And Weeks, all left. They're all on the staff at Colorado, all of them.
Okay.
Pollock, Markinson, Bartoloni, everyone. They're all getting paid more. Yes, they are. And if that was the end goal, you got to keep in mind, if that was the end goal, and I'm gonna say one more thing. You said Ashley told you to give you 2 years. That was every reason to not sell us on the changing the landscape of HBCUs. That was a perfect reason to not go out and say, I'm going to level the playing. Just be a coach. If all you was going to give him was 2 years and you fulfilled your duties, it didn't align with the words on the front end. So that's all I'm saying. So if the end goal was getting the staff paid,
Mm-hmm.
You could have just dominated one and leveled up and did what everybody is only wanting to talk about.
Right, but
And the
Ken,
game,
I think
go ahead.
all right,
I
but
think
check
we
this
had
out.
conversation like 2 nights ago.
No,
Like,
but I mean, but
It's
listen.
a small snippet. We finna move on from it.
All right,
This
but
ain't gonna stay on. Go ahead.
This is a 55-year-old man who's just started coaching at that level. Now, I could see if he was 32 or maybe even 42, but he was 55.
What that mean?
He doesn't have a lot of time.
His net worth
That's
is
why he moved
$45
on.
million.
He's already
Yeah,
rich.
network, he
It ain't
don't
no
care.
bad. It's
Bro,
y'all.
No, I'm not. Listen.
Let him let Randy talk. We not gonna.
I just don't.
No interruptions, please. Let Randy talk. I won't even interrupt you. Go ahead, brother.
No. I'm just saying, like, he had a loyalty to guys like Hart, who has been with him for 20 years. That was coaching youth, all that stuff. And I'm just saying, I can just see where how he was thinking. He didn't have time for stuff to develop, but I think that he didn't know what he was walking into when it came up to that. That's
okay.
all.
That's fair.
And
who next? Kale Cunningham. I'm gonna come to you after 06. Go ahead, Randy. Finish up.
And by him leaving, with the light still bright, is leaving opportunities for other great coaches.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's a whole different. That's a whole different thing. I'm okay with that. But that's where Randy go? He left. All right. Go 06. What you got?
Yeah, I don't have anything. So let's just move past this. Everybody keep
I have something to say.
Hold on. Y'all have to understand. I'm not picking on you. We ain't never gonna move on from this.
I know. I just
I'm saying like the majority
same...
of the conversation has been not about Deion. So it'll come up, and we just have to go ahead.
No, I just feel like he had that same argument 2 nights ago. That's all I'm saying.
People
feel I watch the channel faithfully.
I'm with you. I
watch the channel faithfully, and it's just like you made the point. You made the point to him 2 nights ago, so that's all I gotta say.
I think the way Randy was trying to say
Hold on, Travis. Are you finished, please?
In like a 6 second summary, I think what Randy was saying, we heard Coach Prime say this to Neely. He said, "I'm very impatient." So I think what Coach Prime realized was I can't do everything I want to do because he don't want to coach till he's 65 years old. So
that's true.
I think he wanted to start the mission to HBCU, but then he started looking at the time frame. My kids ain't got that long for the NFL, so I got to figure out how to do this in a short period of time. So the only way he could do what he wanted to do was I go to Colorado, I get the money, I get the leverage, I get to push the door in college, I get to get my coaches paid, and then I get to retire. That's the only way. Now I ain't saying I agree with what he did. I just think that's kind of what Randy was trying to allude to.
No, I'm and you know what, and I'm with that, and I'm actually okay with it. I'm just saying, in conjunction with that, is just a lot of things that were said that people tend to only deal with this aspect or that aspect or this aspect because it was so much said. And like somebody said one time before, is that he kind of put his foot in his mouth, like kind of talk too much sometimes. When in actuality,
thank you, Travis.
It is what it is. Kale Cunningham, what's up?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yep, hear you loud and clear, brother.
All right, first off, I want to appreciate y'all. Hey, I love y'all channel. Y'all doing y'all thing. I like the authenticity of y'all channel too.
Appreciate you, brother. No problem.
I want to speak on the transfer portal, the player that's in it. I just make a statement.
Thank you, Kale, for changing the subject. Let's roll.
I'll go back to hey, Coach Prime gone to Jackson State right now. I want to speak on the players in the transfer portal.
Okay.
What's y'all backup plan? Because football ain't gonna be forever.
What you mean by that when you say what's our backup plan?
No,
he's talking about to the kids.
Oh, to the kids in the portal. I got you. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Cause they get I'm 34, I'm be 35 next week. I'm thinking as a parent.
Right.
everyone that playing football right now not gonna make it professionally.
That's facts.
What's gonna be your backup plan? Y'all need to come back to Jackson State or any HBCU. Y'all need to graduate from there. Cause ain't nothing like getting a degree from a HBCU, especially from Jackson State.
About the transfer portal, can we be real about something?
Yeah.
If you was that dude, you'd already have whatever they was out there for you. I'm just somebody might hit. Listen to me, Jackson State former players that was on the roster. If you ain't got the offers that you feel like you need, man, go holler at Coach TC and come on back home, man. Try it. If you just if you just but I understand that we don't want you 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Give this thing a try and just see. Because this Jackson State version of Jackson State under Coach TC Taylor Otis and his staff might be actually a better version. It just might be. Because see, some players might think that it can't get no better.
Right.
You see what I'm saying, Doc? Travis? Like it can get better. Oh, it absolutely can be better. And here's what you stand to gain to the players. And I appreciate Kale for coming on and redirecting us and getting us off of that, the mud. We was stuck in the mud. It's okay though. But we good though. We good. I just want everybody to have that dialogue. That's why I love when Randy come on, because he always challenges the thought process on it, and just to get us to consider other perspectives. And I consider every perspective. But this is all I'm saying. When you come back this time, you're going to get so much love. You're going to get more love. Kevin Coleman is going to get more love from Jackson State this time around than he got the first time. I'm serious. Because can we be honest about something?
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Coleman got dwarfed by Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it again.
Yep. No, I believe, that's true.
The hype of Kevin Coleman got dwarfed by Travis Hunter.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
He was also, this kid was a 5-star. Ask his dad. Shout out to Kevin Coleman Sr. And, he has a great program in St. Louis area, youth program, whatnot. Even donated to it. Even pubbed it. I know he wasn't too happy. I'm going to tell you another thing. Did y'all know that Kevin Coleman was not a slot receiver in high school? Kevin Coleman was a 1.
Yeah.
A 1 receiver. That means he was on the outside.
Yep.
And I know that his pops didn't like the fact that he was being played solely in the slot. Because guess who was playing on the outside? Dallas Daniels.
Travis.
Shane Hooks. Travis Hunter. Everybody kept saying, we want Malachi. Travis Hunter played wide receiver too. You get what I'm saying? So here's my point. You go anywhere else, it's like, okay, we just got a former 4-star that went to Jackson State. Dion didn't want him. And I'm saying this, listen to me. It's a danger to sit in the portal and your coach that recruited you to Jackson State ain't gave you no offer.
You might well come back to the house.
No, I'm just saying, think about it.
But seriously though, if you've been sitting in the portal, it's been over a week and a half or so. You've been in the portal and you ain't got no offer. You might well just come back to the house.
You can have offers. He may not have posted them because they might be, Missouri State. No disrespect to Missouri State. It could be Illinois. Could be Missouri.
Hey, it's a reason I went to Provine instead of Madison Central. No offense, Ken.
How we get on Madison Central Provine? What just happened?
I'm just, it's a reason.
So as far as that, we reach out. I haven't spoken to his father because I know his father and his mother. His mother was just about at every game, and I know his father was very supportive. Like, I know they're gonna make the decision, that they're gonna make, but in this particular instance, pretty different, man. I want to see, I hope they do. I'm just saying, like, this is a time for him. And the reason why it stands for him it's actually a good thing, because now I understand that they may not know as far as the quarterback situation. They may feel whatever type of way, but here's what I'd say. It'll be a whole lot different next year. Go ball and you do whatever you decide to do. So he is a star, man. But he has to get on the field. I think he can go anywhere and play anywhere. But trying to just go to Boulder, I don't think he's going to Boulder, in my opinion. Because if he was going to Boulder, I think he would have signed on signing day.
He would have been gone.
But can I just say something? Because I'm thinking like the attention seeker that one is, that he may be holding that out to get so he can trend some more on Twitter. Now, I ain't talking about the young man. I'm talking about the coach. Like he may be asking, he may want to offer him something, but he has to. The attention will always have to be on Dion, and he is not going to share the spotlight.
Man, Kevin Coleman would be very well taken care of in Jackson.
I know that.
I know that personally.
Rochelle, I would say I disagree because something I've noticed about Prime, he seems to be looking for different type of players in Colorado. Not talking bad on our players. I'm just saying the players he's been getting, they don't look the same as our players. Not to boost him up and knock ours down. Just saying.
What you seeing, bro? Speak on that. Expand on that. Because I see the same thing you see. I just want to make sure we align. What you see, Travis?
I think he froze.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm about to say thank you, froze.
He froze.
What'd you say, Ken? My bad, bro.
I said, what'd you see? What'd you see him recruiting? What's the biggest difference?
I just see him just going to get different players. Like the players he so-called, oh, y'all good, you a dog and this and this. It just seemed like, nah, y'all some step kids. Stay over there. I don't want y'all no more. That was my point.
But it could. My thing was
speed.
Well, the kids that he recruited to Jackson, they got speed too.
But
let me tell you this right here. I tried to explain it last time we was on. It just seemed like I'll be back. Let me go over here and hunt a little while, and if I don't get what I want, I'm gonna come back and get you.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm just saying, like, my question is, signing day was when? Wednesday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, ain't it?
Yeah, I would agree with Ken on that.
But Ken, listen.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I would agree with Ken.
In Prime's defense, we don't know which players he told not to hit the portal. In his defense.
He told the whole team just about.
But Kevin Coleman is one of those players, Willis Patrick got big time offers. I mean, like I said, everything ain't on Twitter. Everything don't hit the internet. He could have an offer. Matter of fact, he could have an offer from Colorado. He could be mulling over it. We don't know. So I want to make sure I put that out there.
Yeah.
I think he offered from when he left. I think he may have offered maybe 6 to 7 players at the max from JSU. That's why in his exit interview he was like, "Hey, don't go jump in that portal. Now, if you want some advice, come talk to me, and I'll let you in on something."
Man, listen, I was told straight up when I got that call about which direction we was going. I was told straight up which players was that Prime was taking. Excuse me. And the number I was given was 5. You do with that what you want to do with it.
I would have said 5, 6, 7, give or take.
I was told 5, and one of them, Shiloh could make it 6, but the 5 I was given, 4 of them there. Only one that's on the outside, and I know of 3 other players that want to go, but
wow,
I ain't saying they ain't gonna go. I was listening. And like I said, Kevin Coleman, we all expected him to go. Again, in his defense, he could have an offer from Colorado. He might have just chose not to. So it's not a matter of him not wanting Kevin. I don't know, because like I said, everything ain't on the internet. But the question that you asked with Kevin Coleman is, it could just be mulling over his options. what happens if Kevin Coleman really wants to stay at Jackson State? And he's torn. You know, that's where the family comes in. Maybe they want to get through the holidays and through the new year and then make a decision.
He could be
He might not want to play in the cold.
So can I ask the question?
Sure, go ahead.
So let me ask you this. Once you're in the portal, so when January comes, they're no longer at Jackson State, so they have to pack up their stuff and leave. I mean, like they're not coming back from winter break because they're in the portal, right? So that means they don't have a scholarship anymore, and they're not anywhere, so they just stuck at home.
Well, they can go to school, or they can stay enrolled in school, but they more than likely
financial aid.
Yeah.
So that my people perish for a lack of knowledge.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
Yeah, like I say like this with when I did the interview with Size, he had told me that he was working on his master's. Like he'd been out of Delaware State for almost the whole the whole semester, but he was still going to school. So he was like, I think he's like a couple of I think he's like a semester or so away from, going to the master program. So he's pretty much coming in almost like what you'll say, like a grad transfer to Jackson State, if you really think about it. And the same thing, you can say the same thing with Niles. Niles went into the portal. He already, he got his undergrad already.
Right.
So, but he also has 2 years left because he came in he got to school at Tennessee as a true freshman. He redshirted Tennessee, then he transferred over to Jackson. So he really was, in a sense, he was a sophomore, but it was like he was pretty much a freshman.
Yeah.
On the
Hey,
field.
Ken, Jacktown Jew had a question. I don't know if you want to
clip it up, put it up there. Explain the whole deadline guidelines for the portal.
So it basically ain't no deadline like as far as numbers, but you gotta take in mind they ain't got a certain amount of slots. So you just can't wait 6 months for somebody to make a decision. If you in the transfer portal and the team don't want you, I mean, don't nobody want you, your options ain't there. If a coach calls you like, hey, I got this offer, do it. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like the portal opened on the 5th of December.
Yeah, it only got, but it closes in like what, mid-January, but then it opens back up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it opens back up in what, April? I think it opens back up for like a week during the springtime.
That's a good thing though, because it saves some of these kids from themselves, man. Don't just jump up there in the portal and you don't have a plan.
And something else you got to think about is if a coach calls you like, hey, I'm going to offer you this scholarship, and you be like, hey, I'm going to give that with you. If you wait 2-3 weeks, they going to offer that scholarship to somebody else because this is a business.
I'm a coach,
this ain't personal.
I'm moving on.
Yep.
Right.
Unless it's a kid that I just absolutely have to have, I'll wait. But if it's just I'm just telling you, skill positions come a dime a dozen. Ain't nobody winning nothing because of skill positions.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get them big boys in the middle. Because if you really want to be honest, all the stars we had, we lost. We got annihilated in the trenches in the Celebration Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to keep them up,
I got a question then, man.
Yep.
When Kevin Coleman put that post out on his Instagram about he was like, he had the picture of, he was like, I'm committed, and it was Jackson State. Do you think something switched overnight that changed his mind or something? Maybe a bug was put in his ear? Because remember, like I said, it was like he's committed. That's
it's possible. I mean, it was a confusing post to begin with. I mean,
Well,
on IG, it said one thing. On Twitter, he was like, all right, Jackson, it's been real. And then he had even tweeted like the day prior, like IG, he was like last one at the vet. So
yeah, you're right.
You have to keep in mind, man. This is I don't know the whole story with it, his family and what decision they want to make, but they gonna make the best decision for themselves, man. I don't know. I just think
I think
that
K3 is stuck between a business and a personal
that's
decision
exactly what
Yeah,
I
I
because
was gonna say that.
because
that's
if you remember, man, we almost watched Shador almost cry up there on that podium. Like you could tell the passion, but you know, he know his daddy got the blueprint, so you know that's your daddy, you gonna follow him. But it hurt him to leave.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, you gotta the culture is you can't sell it, man. You can't put it in a bottle and ship it. You can't, man. And it's just
And you can't duplicate it, bro.
you
Now,
cannot.
one thing Dion did say, you want to let your kids come to a homecoming game. It's gonna mess them up, and that's very true. But hold on for 1 second. I would like to reset this. We'd like to thank you so much for the 427 likes that we've gotten. But please continue to like this page, and if you're not following, please follow this man and subscribe to his channel. Also, we have a podcast.
You're hired.
I'm signed up on Spotify, Apple Music, on all things. Please also follow the podcast. And okay, let's get back to the conversation. You got it.
We'll give you the transfer for it.
Proud to take a talk with the
Go
1400
ahead,
Club.
Joe. Go ahead.
Hey, I got
Okay.
540 in this thing, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to HBCU Overdrive with Doc Holliday, man. Make sure you tap in. Like I said, he had 2 dope interviews today. Appreciate Doc for always coming on.
Oh yeah.
It's enough room for all of us out here, man. Make sure you tune in to that page, Coach Walker, all the creators out here, man.
Yeah,
Roll
because
to
Doc
5K.
look like he don't never get no sleep, man. So y'all get them.
Bro, I get sleep. Don't get it. Don't get it twisted. I get sleep. When my ass go to sleep, I go to sleep. It's just the fact that I wear contacts. You know what I'm saying? I used to wear glasses all the time, but I wear contacts, so it look like I'm always sleeping because I'm always, you know what I'm saying? I don't never have my glasses on. But shit, I get that sleep. Shit, I get that. When my mouth be open like this, nah,
Yeah.
we sleep,
I
bro.
was just about to say, you look like you snoring like a mug, too, man.
That's why I went for the sleep study, remember?
No,
Hey,
I
while
went
we
for
on
that sleep
topic-
study, dude. Bro,
topic
need a
of,
CPAP machine quick.
of recruiting. Hey, Ken can speak to this.
What's
I was
that?
noticing today, I seen some comments and I've heard from some people that pipeline from Mississippi State to Ole Miss, that's just about that. That's gonna change with Coach O and TC in there.
I absolutely believe
that door is on fire.
I feel that way, and I felt that way earlier. We got to see a little bit more. So me and Zoe talked about this a lot. If we can get that 3-star talent out of Mississippi, we're gonna be fine. If you go and look at the Ole Miss and Mississippi State recruiting classes, usually they pull in about anywhere from 17 to 23 stars in a recruiting cycle.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those kids, man, may see the time of day, may not see the time of day. You know what I mean? And but Isaiah Spencer had an offer from Mississippi State, had an offer from Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, Memphis, and I mean he chose Jackson State. That's huge. That's huge. So, and for him to come on his recruiting visit while Coach Prime is our coach, Corey and I did his interview, at the team hotel. And for him to still decide that this was the route that he wanted to go. Somebody said, Ken, so what's up with the pregame show they doing, Phil? I don't know what the pregame show doing. They changed their colors.
They back
Pregame
now.
show
They back now to blue and white.
Now, I tried to tell y'all, man, like that's try to tell y'all govern yourselves accordingly, when it comes to that, just, bro was going to do whatever he felt was best for him to do with his platform. So I understand why people feel how they feel, but I can tell you right now, he don't give a damn. He going to continue doing what he's doing, and he going to keep rolling. So y'all keep coming on and tapping into your boy. Make sure y'all tap into 1400 Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club, and we're going to keep giving you that JSU content. Go ahead, Randy.
What's going on with the staff? Like, is it done or?
50%, 70, more than that. It's probably 80% done.
Oh, okay.
Just You'll see. We probably get an announcement after the new year when it's official, when the contracts actually start.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's coming.
Because I was thinking maybe that was one thing like those kids were waiting on. Like,
Nah,
my position coach. No,
it ain't that. Because the positions that the position we lost, we got people coming through the door. So if the new kids can come in, why wouldn't they?
Right.
Okay.
It ain't like their position coaches was like world beaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew they was the ones that they built the relationship with, but
exactly, yeah.
All right, Miss Brianna, we thank you so much for tuning in to us. We do know that it is late back south and back east. So thank you so much and come back tomorrow if he's on.
Thank you, Brianna. Night, night.
You need to hire her. I'm telling you.
He hired. He hired. I'm a player. I'm smart enough to know all eyes on JSU, so I'm going to JSU or North Carolina Central. You made a good decision, brother.
Yep.
Both are really good institutions, and you definitely got to say, Lumumba, you back on, man? What's on your mind, bro?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, look, y'all were talking about Deion, and I wanted to say something not about Deion, but about Colorado. A lot of these players are not realizing that, Colorado is in a place where speed really is not the thing. You got to be very physical playing in Boulder because it's a cold place, and that negates speed to a certain degree. And I think it was a bad decision for a couple of players to go there. And I think maybe Kevin Coleman is, with his father knowing football, probably in his ear telling him, hey, man, you go out there, they're going to have to run the ball, 60, 70% of the time out in Colorado. And then the other thing is specifically about Deion. Deion said he doesn't like the cold. He made comments about not going to Georgia because his Jerry curl froze up. And you go to one of the coldest places in the nation. It was for the money. And ESPN analyst said before he even announced that he was taking the job that it was a bad job. Now imagine having to rebuild a whole team in that type of environment. It's gonna be pretty hectic. And the last thing I want to say about some of these kids in the portal, I think their attachment to Deion made them leave when he left. And they probably are in transition right now, mentally trying to break themselves away from a dream that they were sold on. That, this father-like figure, this immortalized NFL player that was bringing all of this hope and I believe to them, that I think some of them are still attached to that, and they hoping that he comes and rescues them. But at the same time, I think they slowly but surely are finding out that it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
and I just hope that they land somewhere. But that cold is a big thing, and not just cold, but the wind. And I hope Shador has a real strong arm, because you in a different landscape out there in Boulder, Colorado, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out why the last great team they had was in the 90s. We're about to find out why.
I'll say this for all of that. I wish them well. That's all I got on that. I wish them well. I'll say this one last thing. I say we're gonna move on from Colorado and Deion. He's building a good class, man. I'm a recruiting guy. He's definitely building, and I think the style of play is gonna be different. So it's gonna be different. But it'll be interesting to see. I'm sure.
Hey,
be watching. Go ahead, Doc.
Hey, what you think about the PJ Hatter pickup?
I interviewed him tonight. We just dropped the interview on Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. Make sure y'all go tap in. Short interview, short and sweet. I like the kid a lot. His stats were just unbelievable, man. 4,020 passing yards, 55 touchdowns. 55 passing touchdowns is crazy. And then they have 11 rushing touchdowns, 800 some yards.
And and the great thing, they went all the way to the region semis and played Duncanville. Lost. It was a close game in that game right there.
Yeah.
But
What are his senior season stats after the injury?
After the injury?
I thought he had a knee injury his junior year. I thought I heard that.
That's his senior stats right there.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
That's what I'm talking about.
And you know what's crazy though about this too, man? He sit right there in the backyard of Prairie View in Texas Southern.
I saw somebody get on Twitter today say, "Man, how we let this dude get out of our backyard, man?"
I know probably was, man. I know who you probably think it was, man. But yeah, how
man, they been wanting to come, man. They been wanting to come.
They see how we pack that vet, man. They see how we pack the vet and how we travel.
Hey, Doc, forget and get him out your backyard. We took somebody out the whole school. I ain't call no name, but Southern.
Oh yeah, that too.
Forget the backyard. We took him right out the building. Walked right out the back door with us.
Yep. No, we picked up 3 yesterday, and but I think those are great. But the 2 that we added back, Jalen Hughes and Niles Gaddy, is big time for that defense, man. You're talking about 2 starters. So I'm happy, man. I'm ready to see a couple of more, make their way back. Go and get your edits together. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get your speech and drop that thing so we can go and love on you some more. That's how we feel.
I think it's gonna be about another 3 people coming back in from the portal.
I think so too.
But Ken, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question.
Sure thing.
And I want to use a player specifically because I feel personally he didn't get his moment to really just shine. Nugget, is it too late? Is it too late for? Can you pull your name out of the NFL draft and come back to school, or is that a done deal? I'm just out of curiosity.
Nah, you can pull it out. You can pull your name out of the draft before you go to the before you get to the combine.
Gotcha.
It's just like if you was in the NBA, you could you put your name, like say the NBA draft, you put your name in the NBA draft to say test the waters to see where you'll land, what spot you will land, like first or second round. If you feel like your worth is more than what they're telling you, then you can pull your name out and go back to school and say, hey, I'm about to, try to get better. That way I can get drafted higher.
As long as you don't sign an agent, you
I was
right.
just gonna ask that. That's what I was.
As long as you don't sign an agent in the NBA, you're good. You can do that. NFL, same type situation. I mean, I think
was just gonna ask that.
Yeah, I think Nugget is a lot of people feel like, I think at this point Nugget feels like his upside is to just go and get with some of these, some NFL trainers, and he feel like, worst case scenario, he can become an undrafted free agent and go get go take something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or get on the player squad. You can get on that player squad too.
Well, yeah. Shout out to Dalen Baldwin, man. He JSU Tiger for the spring season, and he's playing ball for the Cleveland Browns right now. He's actually getting reps and getting minutes in the game and catching balls, man. So,
hey, was that real tall? That real tall wide receiver we had that ended up going to Michigan?
Yep, that's him. That's him.
Okay. So,
hey, brother Ken.
Yes, sir.
Can you speak on Malachi for a second? I haven't heard anything about him, and I know your ears are close to that.
Malachi's still there. I mean, he just in his own words from the video that he put out there, he didn't. He said he was never academically ineligible all season, and the narrative that was put out there wasn't necessarily true. He's talked to Coach Mo Williams about, multiple times. He's not really sure why he's not given an opportunity to play basketball, but as of right now, he's still on the team, unless something changes or whatever. But I think he felt like he deserved to be on the field, and just wasn't given that opportunity.
Wasn't he freshman of the year, Ken?
Nah.
The first year he didn't get anything because he got an award for his freshman play.
Well, he was on the I think he was on the all SWAC team, second team.
Yeah, second team.
Did he? Okay.
He turned it on towards the end.
Yeah, he had a total of 13
for the late he was.
Okay.
Right.
Somebody asked me in the chat a question in the chat's asking about can Nugget get a draft grade? He can get a draft grade, but like you said, he just don't need to sign with an agent. If he signs with an agent, it nullifies his eligibility.
Yeah, I think Nugget done. I think Nugget is gonna. Nugget also has. You got to keep in mind this is probably one of the great things about him choosing Coach Prime. The relationship piece. Maybe Coach Prime could, work something out where someone can give him an opportunity. I mean, the NFL is political as it comes too now. You know what I'm saying? So it is about relationship.
He has a draft grade already, probably 9 out of 10, because we had NFL scout at practice already. So.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, but his lack of play throughout the year, I think, kind of hurt him. If I say so.
Somebody said he already got an agent. Nugget going all the way in, man.
Yeah.
Why come back? And
yeah,
I think,
Nugget signed an agent that night.
I don't think. Yeah. Nugget. He said, I don't think Nugget regret going to play for Georgia. I don't think he regret that. He wanted to play for He wanted to play for Brian. He wanted to learn from him. So.
The greatest thing about Nugget is Nugget got his degree.
Yep.
Graduated Jackson State University, and he's going to do well,
Yeah.
Whether that's in football, we don't know. But shout out to Nugget. He graduated with his best friend, Norman Douglas, from the same, hometown and all that good stuff. And
so is he coming back? Is he coming back to play?
Yeah, Norman's still there.
Okay.
Yep.
I got a question for everybody, just to switch it up a little bit. As far as raising the profile for Jackson State's football program, do y'all think moving down the road, going into the FCS playoffs, is better than going to the Celebration Bowl, or sticking with the Celebration Bowl is better?
I'm gonna say this in the most professional, nice way I know how to. Hell no.
No, you don't need to go to the playoffs.
This is why I say that.
Pay out in the Celebration
Bowl is what's happening, bro.
Yep.
That's what's happening. I'm talking about you could take majority of them games and add all the attendance up collectively, and they still won't reach the attendance, nor will it reach the viewership that came from the Celebration Bowl.
2.3 million. How many views was it?
2.4.
Oh, excuse me, 2.4. You feel what I'm saying?
And just so you know, next year when we add it, it's gonna be even more because they want to see our new coach and what he's about to do. Because when we win that shit, they're gonna be on the bump, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm looking at a rematch.
Can I honestly believe that College Game Day will return to Jackson? And I'm gonna tell you why. It may come off as a negative reason, but all eyes is still going to be on Jackson State to see what Jackson State do in the quote unquote post particular person era. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're going to want to see, like, okay, how good are they without him, or was they already good and he just got to, so I really believe they're gonna.
They said next year the money goes up to 1.5 million for each conference.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
We got to get back to that Celebration Bowl.
Got to get back to that Celebration Bowl, but you know what people are saying right now? Said they might be able to run the SWAC. They saying them Rattlers from Tallahassee.
Man, them Rattlers
take our crown. But I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying, Ken. And I said this on my show earlier. They ain't beat us in 4 years.
Yep.
They have not beat us in 4 years until Willie beat Jackson State especially in the OBC, for the last season coming up. They not gonna run they can't run the table.
Right.
They won't be able to run the table because why? If we beat them, they're gonna be asking for handouts. Somebody go out there and beat Jackson State. Somebody go out there to beat Jackson State so that way we can get up in the division. You ain't gonna be able to do that because you're gonna be playing from behind the 8 ball again, and then the same narrative you're gonna have for this year. You had for last year. Well, we ran the table. Can we get into the playoffs?
Yep. Man,
Hey, Ken, real quick, how do you I'm not sure if we able to, but pin a comment. I ain't sure if we able to, but
no, you just put it up on the chat. Which comment you want?
I'm trying to find it again, but
we do need to find.
I seen somebody ask for the link again. They said they can't go that far up.
Also, I will be putting in the link if you would like to donate to the university. I got all kind of links for y'all out here.
Put that link in the chat.
I will. And what else? Oh, I will start my own. I don't know. We're gonna have to do some. Me and Brother King have to do some talking. But I like to thank y'all for actually people have been finding me on Facebook and actually have said some very encouraging words. So I really and truly want to thank you publicly because you didn't have to do that. I'm just learning how to be my own self and it's being responsive. So I thank the yos that's been listening and just understanding how important it is. So that's it.
Hey, Miss Rochelle, my wife wants to. We talked about making a shirt for you. That what you call yourself, the neighborhood hood therapist.
The friendly, that's your friendly neighborhood hood therapist. Come on.
And we'll probably gonna do because my wife is she's from LA, so we were gonna try to send. We're gonna try to send her down there, or we hand deliver it to you or something like that. We've been talking about that for the last couple of days, so we've been trying to do some more short shirts and stuff like that. Yes, Ken, I do shirts. I did do this shit myself right here. I did this for homecoming. The hoodie I did for homecoming. And of course, y'all already know I do my hats and everything for lids. Y'all already know that.
You do hats?
Yeah, I work for lids. I work.
Hey, make sure you put a wine glass on.
Hey, Ken, real quick.
Hold on.
Mopar wants to know about
what's your IG, sir?
True Thompson.
Hold on.
Juice Reynolds and True Thompson are still. They're not in the portal, so unless they hit the portal, I expect them to be back. That's my expectation.
Who did you
I just want to hit that. I seen him. He didn't come in about 3-4 times.
I really hope
he
come back. Ain't nobody gonna let him pray like that at their school with Jackson State.
Who that?
Listen,
modest.
That boy prayed when he did that first prayer. I said, "Well, go ahead on in the name of Jesus," because that boy prayed. I was like,
hey, all
"Boy,
these FAMU comments, the Cowboys say they gonna win every year."
What'd you say?
I said all these FAMU comments talking about they gonna win. The Cowboys say they gonna win the Super Bowl every year. It don't happen.
Hey. Hey, I'm a Cowboys fan, so you can't compare my Cowboys to the Rattlers.
I feel so sorry for you, dog.
You can't compare my Cowboys to the Rattlers.
I take the Rattlers over them.
Is Charlie Goodell, the dog, still with us? From what I know, we got 5 more minutes, man. We're gonna shut it down at 3:30 because your boy.
I know, but seriously, I hope, man, because Matt, you've been gone for a long time, boo, and ain't nobody got you out that thing yet.
We got another kicker in house too, Gerardo Beza. Oh
yeah, I forgot we picked him up.
Oh yeah, that's the one that kicked off for us, so he can make field goals too.
See, y'all was good. Y'all hung with us. Come on, hang with us some more. So I'm excited to see
what we need a kicker. We got a kicker. got a kicker already. What do you mean we need a kicker?
I'm gonna put my IG in the chat, Rochelle.
I saw the private. I saw what you put.
Okay. I want to make sure.
I got it because I need to talk to you about some hats because we go normal. Listen, I got some. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, but I got some tight shirts that I've designed. Y'all go wear my shirts, man, because they're really cool though. But yeah, we gonna normalize this stuff because we need to be prepared. Yeah, I'm excited for us. I really am, and I'm just gonna keep throwing out nuggets till y'all get it.
Yep.
Patrick Triplet, man, if you go on Model's Instagram page, he got some videos. He didn't kick some. I think it's about a 58, 60-yard field goal, my guy. So he got a leg on him.
Yeah, modifying on the side.
But for him to be putting that out there, that means he's not getting. He's
No, this was in high school. The videos I seen.
I know, but that means he's
at Jackson State.
Like, all the stuff he did at Jackson State, like by now he should have been out of the portal.
I mean, one thing they can.
No,
I mean,
what I'm saying is
some of them might have visits too, though. That's something that they, just like we got visits January the 4th, they could be going on visits as well. So we got to give them a little time. Some of them probably just, lulling with their family.
Well, we so glad to see your face,
we
Lamar.
just got through the holidays.
Show the face. Hey, sir.
I think we got a visit from I forgot who it was supposed to come in on January 4th. I think it's a O-lineman.
We got multiple that's coming.
Oh, not the defensive lineman.
We got defensive lineman, offensive lineman, DB.
That got huge on January 4th. That's all.
DB, quarterback. Yeah, we got a lot coming in on January 4th.
What you think about Marcus Stokes?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Did we offer him?
Yeah.
We did offer him?
I think we did. Let me see. Let me make sure. I'm looking in.
We got you said it's almost 11 o'clock. Oh, that's what time is that back east?
Hey, about 2 o'clock over here.
Man, I'm about to shut this bad baby down. I'm about to go get it.
Shut it down because I got to get up in the morning. But listen, I tell y'all, I am going to start my Miss No Gray YouTube. So y'all can send me private messages, and I'm just gonna randomly answer questions because I can't do therapy online. That's against the law. But we can just have Auntie Rochelle having a conversation with y'all.
Yeah, you can definitely. There's a way to do it. I mean,
it can just be general questions. So you can send a question in and then ask the question. I can just randomly pick the question and have a discussion about the situation.
All good. All right. Everybody, I appreciate y'all tonight. I'm gonna go to bed.
We out.
Man, I appreciate y'all coming on. Come on tomorrow, do a quick little live. Hopefully something happens. Peace out, brother. Appreciate everybody. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit the subscribe button. Donate to the page. Appreciate all the donations, man. I mean, it definitely goes to a good cause, man. And we we're trying to go this platform. Sister, nothing but love for you. Thank you for coming.
Talk to you later.
We'll do right now. There you have it, y'all. I love Go Tigers, baby. I appreciate everybody for coming on to the stream. See you next time.